Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports. We are back with another collab. So, while the adverts are going on in the background, thank you YouTube for those adverts. Really appreciate you. So, I think we're good to go. Let us get started. So, in the room with us tonight, we have a special guest in the room. We have with us Miss Boxing TV. So, Miss Boxing, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Thank you so much for joining us on BWTM Sports. And yeah, it's great to have you in the room. It has been long overdue. So I don't know. I'm on US time at the moment, so I guess I'm over your neck of the woods because we're on US time, right?
Yes.
So what time is it where you are at?
It's 5:45 p.m. I'm Central Time. I live in Illinois. It's really close to St.
Ah,
Louis.
Chicago, Illinois. I love Illinois. I love Illinois. So I know Chicago. Well, what about where you're part? What part of Illinois you're in?
It's called Collinsville. I'm close to the Missouri border, so I'm about
Okay,
15 minutes from downtown St. Louis.
okay. You Missouri? Is that no? We've got the big zoo down there. Am I correct or not?
Yeah, they do have a big one. They
Yeah,
sure do.
yeah. I've got family out there at that neck of the woods in of Illinois. Yeah, so I know it fairly well. So it's all good stuff. So let's talk about you first. Let's talk about you and what you do in terms of the boxing channel you have. Tell the world a little bit about you.
Okay, well, a little bit about me. I'll start off as far as um, how I got into boxing. And hello to everybody in the chat. I see Lawrence Williams, Court Collier, um, Denise Edwards, hey, and Shug One, hello. And thank you. Yesterday was my birthday, so thank you,
Happy
Lawrence Williams, for
birthday
telling me
to
happy birthday.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, all good.
But thank you. As far as boxing, my my dad got myself and my brother and sister into boxing. My dad was in the Navy,
Wow.
and he used to take us to. They called them smokers, and they would have people that were in the Navy go and box each other, and that's how I was introduced pretty much to boxing at an age where I can really remember and understand the sport. But he had us watching it when we were 3, 4 years old. So that's how I got into it. Um, I used to live in New Jersey, so I used to frequent Atlantic City a lot, Boardwalk Hall. I lived in California, was close to LA and close to Las Vegas, so I used to go there too. And I was in the military as well, so I was put in a lot of places or stationed in a lot of places where I was able to go to different fights. So yeah, ever since I was a kid, I've been watching boxing. And
Wow.
then maybe about last year sometime, well, I have been watching YouTube videos as far as YouTube boxing videos, and then um, finally it was I'd go into chat rooms and stuff like that, and it was our coach Sheldon Harris. He does the MMA and boxing, and he was like,
Yes.
"Hey, you need to do a channel." So I started a channel. I started a channel, and I did a couple videos, and I stopped for about 8 months, and I recently started back. So right now, my channel, I try to focus on, or I try to have a lot of the or some of the female boxing fans on there. I um, Myself and Beverly Rose have a show on
Shout out to
Friday
Bella.
night.
Shout out to Beverly. Shout out to Beverly Rose. Shout out to Beverly Rose.
Yes, Beverly Rose.
Yeah.
On Fridays and on Sundays. Fridays is more of a relaxing. It's not always boxing. We talk about a lot of different things, and then Sunday we basically talk about the boxing matches that happen.
Fantastic, ladies and queens in the house. Really appreciate that. So, we've had Beverly on the channel before, and we look forward to having Beverly back on the channel again. Beverly, BWTM's a home to you, and of course, Miss Boxing, welcome to the home as well. So all good. Yeah. So talk to us about your journey being on YouTube as a female first and foremost, and then you know the boxing, the knowledge that you share, and the sort of encounters you dealt with in YouTube starting out.
Okay, so starting out, I'm not like a real technical savvy person, so
Mm,
I didn't know much about strings, and all I knew how to do is make a video with my phone. I haven't got much past that either, but I dabbled and dabbed in that a little bit, and eventually I talked to a couple people. I had gotten an intro, and some people did some 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 art for me and stuff like that. So I've been going back and forth, and now actually Beverly and I, um, our show is actually a show. It has a name. It's called Wine and Grind,
Mm-hmm.
and like wine, like WINE.
I like it.
It's
I like
Wine and
it.
Grind,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it. I like it. I like
and
it. I have popped in and
yeah,
out and watched your stuff. You both of you. It's really good. It's great atmosphere. You've got a good thing going there. Keep it going, ladies. Keep it going. So,
thank
how have you? How do you the notorious comment section, whether it be in the chat room or comments you get afterwards? How have you either yourself personally or both yourself and Beverly interacted or counteracted some of the stuff you've dealt with? Because it's not all good and some of it is good.
you. Right. When I first started, when I first started, that was during the time where, it was the Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder deal.
Oh dear.
Nobody was fighting each other. So I mean, they couldn't come to an agreement or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I did a couple of videos on that, and I did get some pushback.
Yeah.
I
What?
did get some pushback on a couple
Yeah.
of those
Yeah. You should have.
videos.
You should have just done a
There
video
was
on.
definitely some disrespectful things. The
Look.
disrespectful things, I pretty much just delete them. If
Yeah.
it's something that's not so much disrespectful, but we could talk it out, I try to do that in the comment section. And for the most part, it does work out. There have been a couple of times where it started out really bad, but it ended really good. So I'm not really a person that likes to argue. I don't mind debating, but I don't like to argue. So
Let me.
if we can't talk um, amicably, I just delete the comments.
Have
But
you ever
it
had a?
hasn't been too bad. But recently I noticed in the live a lot of trolls, weird trolls come in there with
Yeah.
weird names.
Yeah. 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 Trolls. Yeah. 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 They. Yeah, have you
Yeah,
ever had a situation where somebody leaves a comment and then you go to the comment and you read you go over the comment and you reading some nice comments and it's one idiotic comment that comes up and you're like, right, that's it. I mean, I've been on the YouTube for so long now, but you know, it's almost 10 years. It's actually 10 years. So
oh wow,
yeah,
really?
exactly. Yeah, and you get in the comment section and it's like you get there and you see a comment, you're like, I'm not having that, and you get on this and you start typing your keyboard, typing, and you're like, as you get kind of older or more experienced in YouTube, you realize it's just a troll comment. It makes no sense whatsoever. Their sense of logic
Absolutely.
is absolutely just, yeah, a lot of them there's no logic whatsoever, absolutely none. And you know they're a troll because they have
Yes.
no understanding of past. So like they can't go back to a video you may have done a year ago or 6 months ago, and then they'll say to you,
Right.
"Oh yeah, you're just talking about an event now, which you know, and your regular viewers know you've been talking about something for 2.5, 3 years, 5 years." They'll come and say, "Why are you bashing this fighter?" I said, "Well, I'm not bashing the fighter. I've actually broken the fighter down for the last 2 years and said to them where the weaknesses are, where the media
Right.
have just covered over the cracks, and so now it's been exposed. I'm just talking about the things that your commentators should have been talking about back then, because they're just
Right.
selling a product and trying to sell the pay per view. They're lying to you. The guy always looked like the bad
Right.
guy afterwards, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
it is.
you
It's
know,
definitely an experience.
it
It's a
is.
different type of experience, because
What would you?
a lot
What?
these people have no faces.
Yeah,
They're gonna say what they
faceless.
want with no repercussion, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
So
yeah, and they So talk to me about what's the what's the weirdest comment you've got on YouTube?
okay, okay. Weirdest comment I think was um, somebody putting their phone number in the comment section, asking can I call them. I think that's probably the weirdest type of comment. But there have definitely been some very grown up comments, sexual comments that I was like, whoa. And I know my dad, he watches sometimes. And then
Oh, Pops, I better
he
I'm keeping
saw,
quiet. Pops,
I know,
cool. I come in peace, bro. I come in peace, bro. Pops, I come in peace.
he watches and he saw a couple comments and called me up. It's like, hey, did you look in your comment section? There's some bad things in there. And I had to go and look, and I'm like, whoa. And I had to
Damn.
go ahead and delete those. So,
Yeah, you all ain't easy over in Illinois. I know. You all ain't easy in Illinois. So, Pops, I come in peace. Honestly.
come in peace. He's a good
Um.
guy, though. He's a really good guy.
Right. So, all right. So, weird comments. You have the sexual comments. Although I don't condone them, I don't personally get them. But I don't get them. No, not on YouTube anyway. But I don't get them. So, and I guess females. It seems to be there's a lot of, pardon the expression, thirsty guys out there that feel that they can just talk to them anyhow and any way and approach them anyway. So they take their chances because obviously there's some women out there that respond to that, and there are other women who don't respond to it. I don't appreciate that. So I get it. I don't think it's acceptable. But this is where we're in today. Let's talk a little bit more. Let's talk about the most. Have you received any sort of scary comments, thoughts, comments that have possibly thought you think, ooh, bit edgy, bit. What have I done
Not
to?
really scary. I've had a couple comments. People said something about something regarding I'm gonna come to your house and do things.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
but I just delete them, never to be seen again. It's just like who put that in there? Anthony Joshua. Anthony
What's,
Joshua says
what's he said?
keyboard warriors. Yes, keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
So it's probably someone that's like a guy that's probably 95 pounds, 5'2". Never stood up to anybody in his life, and gets online and goes to town. So
Yeah.
it really doesn't bother me though.
Have you ever heard the story that trolls are paid for by promoters? Have you ever heard that story?
No, tell me about that,
Oh
please.
dear. Oh dear. The naivety of the young YouTuber. Paid trolls. Oh man. I could give you a Bible and paid trolls, but yeah,
I mean, are they really paid trolls or
yeah,
not
no,
really?
they're paid.
People just think they're paid
No
trolls.
paid trolls. Paid trolls. They. Have you ever tried to speak logic to a troll? Like ask them to break down a fight. Have you ever asked a troll to logically break down what they're saying and bring past, present together and future and ask them to have a conversation with them with actual troll? Now, the first thing about a troll is like a troll or somebody that you think, well, okay, why would you enter the room under the name of somebody else and it's not your name? Why would you do that? I mean,
Right,
I've never quite understood it myself, but people do
right.
it, and I don't understand it. Do you understand it?
No, I don't understand it, but they're out there. They're out there.
Well, we have
Look,
Anthony
Anthony
Joshua in the
Joshua
room.
says. Anthony Joshua in the chat says, "I wish I was a paid troll."
Well, if it's the same person I think you are, you've got about 10 different accounts. So, with 10 different names and 10 different. So, it's obvious who it is most of the time, so it's okay. Um, did shoe one says,
Sugar? Is it
yeah, you
sugar
say,
one?
yeah, you fire away. What's he saying? Or she saying?
Okay. Um, Sugar says, I think some of the trolls are actually workers at Google in the back office. They have to watch the channels for guidelines, and I think they get bored. That could be true. Somebody watches. Somebody watches from Google watches, because I think on Beverly and I, one of our last streams, it said Google moderator, and it was deleting comments.
That could be night.
It had
Yeah, I've got something called Nightbot, which automatically adds in. It gets rid of certain comments put in there.
right.
So he says, "I'm
Yeah.
not that person, Ingram." Okay, well, we'll take it as that. Then we'll take it as gospel. You're not that person. All right. So let's talk some boxing now. We've talked a bit about the actual YouTube universe. Um, I don't know where we begin with this. Were you? I know obviously you were in the era of Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, the Pactards and the Floyd supporters. Remember when Floyd and Manny were to fight, and all those channels that were banked on Manny that was going to win the fight, they were going like Manny was going to knock out Floyd, and all those channels got shut the minute went to 12 rounds. All their channels got shut down. I was like, you built
Yeah, they
your whole
did. They
channel
did.
on one fighter and on one fight. I mean, like a business decision that if it pulls off is great, but if it doesn't, it's a collapse of your channel. Complete collapse of your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your thoughts?
Well, I did get to see a lot of that, but wow, that was a crazy time. I mean, that whole era with Pacquiao and Mayweather, and them not compromising to come to. I mean, what was it, about 5 years we were waiting on that fight? um, it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on these channels and stuff like that. And with all that time that went by,
Yeah,
I could probably say that there may have been a time where Manny could have pulled it off, earlier. So, but a lot of those channels, I guess they didn't, or a lot of the people were fans. They were bent on Floyd Mayweather losing. A lot of people, I think that's how Floyd Mayweather um, got as rich as he did, because I believe people were paying to see him lose.
lose.
They wanted to see him lose so bad,
Yeah,
and no matter what, it was like, no matter who he fought, it didn't matter who it was. Somebody was going to. I mean, somebody made a point, or tried to justify, or tried to make us believe that Floyd Mayweather was going to lose.
oh yeah, oh
Um,
yeah, oh yeah, of course.
I don't. I've never really been a Floyd Mayweather fan, and I'm not even really a fan of certain boxers
I
either.
get it. I
I
hear that.
really don't care if you win or lose. I just want to see a good fight. So, but I was disappointed in Floyd toward the end of his career, of course. Kind of picking and choosing,
Mm-hmm.
um, staying
Yeah,
away from certain boxers.
but come on, listen. If you can do it, why not?
Well, you're right. Would I have done it? Probably. Especially, because I'm in my 40s, so
Listen,
I wouldn't
listen.
want to get in there with them young boys.
Miss Boxing, I will just say this: pay me, show me the
Yeah,
money. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Listen, Floyd had his own rules and regulations, but what you also got to remember, Pretty Boy Floyd, that side of his career, he fought who was around. You know what I mean? He fought people, and I think that
right,
the Pretty Boy did it the hard way. He did that stuff, and then once he kind of converted and be Floyd Money Mayweather, I think that's where a lot of young fighters still looking at Floyd Money Mayweather, but they forget the hard fights he had coming up and all those knockout wins he had coming up as a young boxer. People forget
right,
about that. They just think about Floyd now with all the money, flashing the money, because that's what today's society is about: quick fame, money, unbeaten record. To be a superstar. But Floyd could actually fight. He could box and he could fight. You understand?
right.
A lot of these guys today don't want to take the fights, want to fight like Floyd, and then when it comes down to having a tough fight, they're getting knocked out. Why?
That's true.
Why?
That's true. They don't want to. And you're right. Floyd did put in a lot of hard work in the beginning. But a lot of these young guys today, these
They are
young men,
soft.
are trying to get those bags, that money,
Yeah, but they're
you know,
soft. A lot of them
in
are
the
soft.
beginning of their career.
Let me ask you a question, right? These fighters today, do you think that Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and and Snapchat, do you think that these things are ruining potentially great fighters to just being average fighters because they spend more time posting what they're doing in the gym rather than they actually should be doing preparing for fights?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. I think
Okay,
a lot of these fighters get consumed with the social media.
there we go.
I mean, a lot. I mean, some of them, it's every day, 5, 6 times, 7 times a day. They're posting on social media. But at the same time, I like it because the boxers are able to interact with each other, call each other out, and sometimes social media, and I believe social media has a lot to do with some of the good fights that we potentially could have and some of the recent fights that we did have. So I think it's a double-edged sword. I think we are getting something out of it, but I do believe that a lot of fighters spend too much time on social media, especially when they're in camp, especially when they're trying to make weight, and things like that. I think you have to cut it off at some point.
All right.
And
So you tell me. Let's not even go back. Let's go back to, and I hate using it, but the era of even Holyfield, Tyson, Bo, Lewis, Morrison. If you want to go there, that era. Let's just talk about it. Just that era. Then there was no Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Those guys didn't do too badly,
that's true.
and fights
That's
were made.
true.
Wait, and fights were made. Yeah,
Fights were made.
people would
I mean, but
people would.
you probably had better promoters back then. You probably had better managers and advisors. And it wasn't, I don't think it was necessarily money. I mean, it seems like 90% of what these fighters are looking at is money. And I just don't think it was like that back then. And that's why I think it was easier to make those fights. And they were getting paid back then too.
Is it
They
the
were getting big
fight?
money back then.
Is it the
They didn't
fighters?
have to worry about all this other
Yeah,
stuff.
but is it the fighters or is it the advisors? Now, maybe the advisors aren't fighting, you know. See, the advisors are telling them, oh, they're going to get the biggest amount of money as possible. The biggest amount of money as possible. Not for them now, you know. Not for the fighter, you know. But for the guy who's trying to secure the fighter's future, they've got to secure their own self first. So
Yeah,
it's a different mentality. It's a different mindset.
exactly.
You know,
I mean, back then, I mean, I know Don King. He was going for himself back then too.
yeah.
But we were getting the fight. Well, the fans were getting the fights that they wanted.
Yeah, but
Now it's like it seems like the sport with boxing today. To me, it seems like boxing will throw us a bone every couple months, and we'll get happy, and then we'll be at a standstill waiting. You know,
okay.
I mean, boxers aren't fighting 3, 4 times a year like they were back then. They're
Okay.
fighting twice a year,
Okay.
sometimes once a year.
Okay. What is your determination of or your understanding of a fight? Because my judgment of fight now has been very, very much clouded now since Floyd Mayweather. I go back to Floyd because that's where the stuff really started. But let me hear your explanation first, or your thoughts of what you would think is considered a fight. And I always put inverted commas fight.
And when you say fight,
Yeah.
are you're saying a quality fight or
Fight.
you know
What is a fight?
a fight?
Because it's in this era, in this society, I've talked about it a lot. Fight is blurred, very blurred.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, what's your
Okay.
interpretation of the word fight?
Well, yeah, fight definitely. I mean, when I hear fight, um, when I know a fight is I'm about to watch a fight
Mm-hmm.
on the weekend, on
Mm-hmm.
Saturday or
Mm-hmm.
whatever day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do want to see blood. I want to see people get knocked down. Um, but I do like the sweet science too. So
Okay. So you like the
you do
sweet
have your
science?
fans that like fights, and you have your fans that
Okay.
like boxing matches, and it is two different things. I think I like a mixture of both,
Okay.
but I don't want to see. I don't want to see a Floyd Mayweather all the time, and I don't want to see a Tyson Fury all the time. You know what I mean? I need some type of action there. I mean, yeah, defense is very important, but a fan, us, what we want to see. We want to see we want to see someone get hit. We want to see someone get hurt. Oh, does that sound bad?
That means you must be a Deontay Wilder fan.
I am a Deontay Wilder fan.
Thank you.
I love
Thank you.
knockouts.
Thank
Mike
you.
Tyson.
Thank
I
you.
love
Thank you.
knockouts.
Thank you. All right. So again, the definition of the word fight. Let me fight is when I know two guys or two girls are gonna get in the ring and they're gonna put the gloves on and we're gonna find out who the best fighter is between the person in the red corner and the person in the blue corner. All right. Floyd comes along, but before red and blue, I remember a long time ago somebody saying that red and blue were different sides of the fence or different gangs. They were gang members from the blue side and gang member from the red side. That's how I believed it was years and years ago. That's what I understood, but I don't know how true that was. But let's bring us up to speed. Let's start about with Floyd. Well, a fight with Floyd at the table was A side and B side. So we're negotiating around the table. Who's the A side? Who's the B side? No, we take it from Floyd's era. We'll bring it into the Canelo era. We've added now. Not only are you A side, B side, Canelo being the A side. Let's then add now the franchise championship belt, which means that even if you get beat, you still keep a belt, and you can avoid your mandatories. And because you've got 300 million invested in you, whoever else you fight who's not going to be worth more than 300 million, it's more likely that the person that's the B side is not going to win the fight on points and he's going to have to get the knockout, but they won't go for the knockout because it might mix up their income, i.e. Kovalev versus Canelo, which was considered a fight, which wasn't really a fight because we knew beforehand that Kovalev had no long-term investment in him because he's close to retirement soon, and nobody's investing 300 million in Kovalev, but 300 million is invested in Canelo. So you get that?
Right.
So we know that.
Absolutely.
So we know that that's not a fight, and then to answer all of that is that we look at the guy in the ring, Kovalev, hiding his right hand and just putting little jabs out like a sparring session. Is that a fight?
No.
I thought a fight was two people getting in the ring, find out who the best is between two guys. And I'm not talking about a prospect fight banging out guys that he's meant to bang out. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a competitive fight. So yeah. So Canelo versus Kovalev should have been a competitive fight on the basis of Canelo moving up in weight and Kovalev being a bigger, stronger guy at the weight, basically moving around the ring like it's a sparring session. And not wanting to hit him like it was, a son not wanting to hit his father.
Right.
So where does that leave us?
That definitely wasn't a fight. That definitely wasn't a fight. It was very disappointing. A lot of people are using the word fixed. I don't know if that's the word I want to use, but after Kovalev made his comments the other day, I'm leaning toward that because Kovalev came out and said that he knew it was impossible that he was going to win that fight. So yes, in that aspect, he went in there to lose. He didn't go in there to win. He already had his mindset that he was going.
He couldn't win the fight because he was getting paid 12 million more than he would have got paid for fighting Bivol, Beterbiev, and Yard again. So I mean, I guess really and truly, that 12 million paid off nicely for him. So why would you?
Oh, absolutely.
And the shaking of hands every 5 seconds, shaking hands and touching gloves at the end of each round. What's all that about?
It was a glorified sparring match. It really was.
Well, there you go.
I was very disappointed.
I wasn't.
And then for the fans to have to wait till 1 o'clock in the morning for UFC to go off to watch that was ridiculous.
I wasn't because I predicted. I said it before. I said it. And any person that Canelo fights from now on, it will not be a fight, unless maybe possibly Andre Ward. But even Andre Ward's not a £300 million or dollar invested fighter.
Right.
No, Ward never. No, all this talk about Ward wanting to come back and fight now. Why is everyone a fan of Ward all of a sudden? When Ward was fighting, people found Ward boring. Now they want Ward to come back and fight. Why?
Because they want him to lose.
Ah.
They want him to lose.
And why did they want to do that? And why do they want to do that, do you think?
Well, because with Canelo, they want him to come back and fight Canelo because right now he's in a bad place right now because he's not going to fight certain fighters.
We know that.
He said he won't fight any Mexican. He doesn't want to fight any Mexican fighters either. Canelo needs a name. Canelo needs a name, and he's too afraid. I believe he's afraid to fight these other fighters.
Right.
He has to have some type of advantage.
Okay.
And I'm just going to keep it real. This is just how I feel. Canelo, whoever he fights next, he's going to have some type of advantage, whether it be weight, rehydration, like they talked about the rehydration clause. I don't know how true it is. They said Kovalev could only gain 10 pounds by that next morning. Kovalev is probably used to gaining maybe from 17 to 20 pounds, maybe. So Kovalev he had that. He didn't get a full training camp.
Mm-hmm.
He had fought, 10 weeks ago?
Right.
I mean,
hold on.
It was a very short time ago. Not even 3 months ago. He had just fought.
Hold on.
And he was in a brutal fight.
Hold on.
That was a hard fight for him. He didn't have time to heal.
Hold on.
Any of that stuff.
12 million.
Mm-hmm.
12 million. 12 million.
12 million.
That's it. 12 million.
That's it.
Would you get out of your bed for 12 million?
I probably would have. And plus, you gotta look at everything. He might be in some trouble, with his legal trouble.
Yeah, he might need that money.
I'm sure he needs the money.
Well, I heard that he's going to open up a vodka factory called Crusher. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
but like you said, to me, there is no fight. Canelo, what do you think Canelo's going to do? Go back down?
I tell you what he's going to do. He's going to fight Billy Joe Saunders or Callum Smith because they're two guys who can't sell a ticket themselves, and they're two guys who are one's at super middle, one's at light heavy. One's at super middle and one's at middleweight. Oh, they're both at super middleweight. So you can unify with those two guys, Billy Joe Saunders and Callum Smith. There you go.
Billy Joe, Billy Joe, he might be able to
do what?
Billy Joe didn't look too good.
The other day. Do what? Listen. I like Billy. He's a cool dude. Off the camera, he's a cool dude. Yeah, but do what? Billy Joe, do what?
Right.
Were you saying he's going to beat Canelo?
No. I'm saying he didn't look so good. That would be a good
exactly.
Fight for
That's why Billy Joe looks the next sheep to get pulled in from the grass, eating the grass. Pull him in, get him electrocuted, shape him up, and get him ready for the kebab for Canelo to eat on a Saturday night. Him and the two girls on one arm and the other, one on one in the other, walking out the arena. That's how it goes. So
I believe it. I can see it.
The two sheep waiting now is Callum Smith and what's his name? And Billy Joe Saunders. Unification fights. What a great fighter he'd be. But look, this is what they're trying to do with Canelo. And I don't know if anyone's peeped it, but what they're trying to do is to say that Canelo is a greater fighter than Floyd Mayweather. That's what I think they're trying to do with this whole Canelo shebang. Oh, well, Canelo moved up to light heavyweight and he fought a super middleweight. Or Floyd didn't do that. That's what is being built here. That's what is being built.
I definitely see that. And I also think that, Canelo has a dark cloud over his head. He's the franchise champion, and they have to validate that. Somehow they have to validate that. They have to justify that. And they're justifying after instead of justifying before. Because he has a dark cloud because of the clenbuterol. He has a dark cloud because he's always been a weight bully. And he has a dark cloud because, he had his own weight division. He's never...
Canelo weight, yes.
Nothing has ever been fair, it seems like. It's never been an even playing field with Canelo. Maybe, in his younger fights when he was younger. But it seems like the second half of his career, he has always had some type of advantage.
Oscar the lawyer. Sorry, nothing. Did I say something there? Nothing, I didn't, did I?
yeah, I believe that they have to justify this franchise, this belt. They have to justify that $365 million contract,
Of course, we
and
see this is
it's just not happening. It's just there's nothing Canelo can do, I don't think, unless he goes back down where he should be and fight the guys
no,
like Andre
no,
or
no.
or, or Charlo.
His fans will be quite content him fighting Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders, two of the best
I
in the
believe it.
world. Two of the best in the world. Oh, he's fighting the number one fighter. I heard this nonsense that Callum Smith is the number one super middleweight in the world. Based on what?
Right.
He hasn't beaten Benavidez. He never went
Right.
anywhere near Durrell. He never went anywhere near DeGale. So,
Right.
and that was when these guys in the prime. Why is he the number one in the world? Well, he beat George Groves. Well, George Groves was injured going into that fight. We knew that.
Right.
So,
Right.
you're telling me this guy who got backed up by a kickboxer who had very little experience is the number one super middleweight in the world. So, what about Benavidez?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, look, they put him pound for pound number one. They put him pound for pound number one when he moved up in weight and gave stipulations to the person in the higher weight class. You
The
know,
reason
they
why
sit here and say he's so good, and they put him on this list saying, oh, he fought Triple G. And this is what they did. It's so funny to me. They sit here and say he's so good. He did this with Triple G and all this and all that. But then they crap on Triple G and say that Triple G hasn't done anything. But you're giving Canelo props for beating him. You know what I'm saying? All his fights, you know, all his good fights, his notable fights with notable fighters, they were close. And some of them, you know, a lot of people thought he lost.
Listen,
So
I don't want
know.
to.
They have to justify it some way.
I don't want to see another Danny Jacobs fight again, ever. Period. I don't want to see another Danny Jacobs fight. That guy, he's happy to be around. You know, I like Danny Jacobs, right? But in terms of boxing, I don't want to see that guy ever box again. He's happy to be alive and happy to be with us and just happy to be boxing.
Right.
That's Danny Jacobs. That's his mentality.
It is.
That's it.
It is. And it's funny you say that because I don't think we've heard him say anything regarding what's his name? Chavez?
Hey man, listen. He's an opportunist. I'm happy to be here. I said it the other day to one of my friends. He's just happy to be. He ran away from Massa, and he's just happy to be living life in the fast lane. That's what it is. He's happy. He's happy. That's the way I see Danny Jacobs. He's very happy. That's it. He's happy to be alive. He's happy to be boxing, and he doesn't care if he's happy to go 12 rounds. Right? As long as he don't get knocked out, he's happy. So there was no way. After I saw him fought GGG, I thought, all right, maybe you were a bit petrified about GGG's punching power. Okay, fine. But I knew that he would give GGG a lot of problems because of his footwork. So I thought, all right. Okay, the GGG fight, okay, fine. I thought he beat GGG. All right, we'll give it to GG. All right, fine, fair enough. Now you got Canelo. Now you got a second chance to make a first impression. Let me see you do something different. Action replay. I'm like, what is this dude doing? What are you doing? What am I watching here? It
was very disappointing. He could have done more. I mean, he wouldn't let his hands go.
No,
it was very disappointing.
No, he couldn't have done more. You know, when you wish for something that, you're on your dead donkey and you're hoping the dead donkey is actually going to take you from A to B. But the donkey's dead. Right. You're still riding the donkey. That's Danny Jacobs. You ride the donkey. Come on, giddy up. And the donkey ain't going now because the donkey's dead. That is Danny Jacobs. And they keep trying to sell Danny Jacobs as something. He's not. He's an average middleweight. He's an average. Right. What makes Danny Jacobs great? Give me one reason why Danny Jacobs is a great fighter. One reason. One fight. Name me one. I'm waiting.
No, I definitely don't think he's great.
Okay,
he could be, but he hasn't been at all.
Name me one. Name me one fight Danny Jacobs you think, yeah, Danny Jacobs is a bad man, Name me one fight. So why are we
I've
expect?
never looked at Danny Jacobs like that. I just
Why are we expecting it
he
from
has
Danny Jacobs?
he has potential. That's he has potential. I just feel like
Listen,
if he
listen.
really
The
wanted to,
guy,
he could
the
be a better
guy, the
boxer.
guy that was engaged to my mum had potential, but my dad got in the way and got married to my mum, and therefore
Exactly.
I am now around. So that guy had potential, but
Exactly.
my dad came in and did the thing, did the business, and now I'm alive. So that
That's
guy had as
right.
much the guy had potential, but the bottom line is I'm here today. Yeah, so
Yep.
that's how much potential
I
Danny
agree.
Jacobs has got. I'm not
Yep.
running Danny Jacobs down. I'm just saying that, and then we look into the Canelo fight and say, oh yeah, Canelo beat Danny Jacobs, and
Right.
the whole thing going back to Canelo now. I think to myself that Canelo, he don't want to fight anybody that gives him any sort of trauma, i.e., Lara movement, upper body
Oh yeah.
movement, who can move better than him. Uh, you know,
Yeah.
fighters that have got
He
good
didn't want to
footwork.
fight Laura. I mean,
Ooh.
after Laura called him out, and I think the fans demanded that fight. I think he felt a lot of pressure to fight Laura.
You know why?
Canelo didn't want to fight him.
Bit random, Ingram. LOL. Oh, come on. I'm just giving you an example, man. Don't take me to literally. Come on. I'm just giving example things, man. Guys. Right. So, I don't know. I'm not, I can't, the whole Canelo weight and the PEDs and all the rest. If Canelo was anybody else, if Canelo was Charlo or Andrade, eh, or I don't know, anybody else, we'd be saying X, Y, and Z about him. But because it's Canelo, we turn a blind eye. We turn a blind eye, which is just typical of boxing today. Let's talk about a fight that's coming up. Deontay Wilder against Luis Ortiz. Talk to us about what you think about this fight.
Well,
Apart from Luis Ortiz is in good shape and he's got that new hairdo and he looks.
he does have a little new hairdo.
Yeah. Apart from the
Yeah, he
apart
does.
from the
He does look
cosmetic
in good shape.
makeover, right? Like you pull the Christmas tree
Well,
out from the year before. That's got all dust in it. And you pull it out there a year later. It's all dusty, and you say, "All right, I'm just gonna put some new. I'm gonna put new Christmas. I'm gonna put some new. I'm gonna go out and buy some new stuff and put a new Christmas tree. The old nasty looking Christmas tree that you can't be able to go and buy another one. You just pull it out from the back and just put some new things and put some new cards and say, there you go. Same old nasty Christmas
right.
tree, dirty old Christmas tree you had for the last 30 years in your life. Yeah, but it's all right now. I'll do another year. Only for a couple of weeks or only for 36 minutes. So I'll do. It's a pay-per-view event. Hey, he's for 50 odd, but why not? No, listen, I love Deontay and I love the fact that Deontay is fighting Ortiz. But it's the spin. It's the spin where you expect a guy who's 50 years old to be better than he was when he was 48 years old. I kind of struggle with that. You got knocked out the first time. So why are we seeing this fight again? Mainly because of that eighth round, because there were people trolling saying, yeah, well, Deontay, he's got a little bit more time than he should have had in that eighth round. So, Ortiz would have beaten Deontay. All right, let's play it back again then. Let's play it back again. If it was that bad, let's play it back again. So Deontay said, all right, let's play it back again. So it's an honourable thing that Deontay Wilder's doing, but I can't see the fight going any differently. What are your thoughts?
Well, let me go in the chat right quick. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What's up, everybody in the chat?
CB
BG
Sports TV,
London.
brother.
Huh?
CB Sports TV. Much love to the brother.
There we go. Hey, what's going on? Well, I'm not really mad at the fight. I mean, when you look at it, yeah, he's 40. I think he's 40.
Who?
Yeah, he's 40. He looks like he's in shape.
Who's 40?
Isn't Ortiz 40?
If he's 40, then I'm white.
He's not 40. I thought he was 40.
Come on, 40 where? Listen, my mum was about, when I spoke to, what's his name again? Mansour, he said at that time, Mansour said he was 40, Mansour was like 46, always said he was about 46 or 48. So he must be between 49 and 50 now.
Are you playing?
No, I'm dead serious. Oh, no, I'm serious. You check the man saw interview I did out. He said if you want to check and see how old Luis Ortiz is, look at the Olympic team that Ortiz was on, and look how old the people are in that Olympic team that Ortiz was in, and then track it to how long these guys have been around, and then check it to now how old Luis Ortiz is. Luis Ortiz is 40.
Well,
Yeah, right.
okay, okay. Well, that even makes it better. Shoot.
That's what I said
Okay.
about the old
However
Christmas
old,
tree.
He's older. How about that? He's older.
Listen, listen, my man's ready to pull a pension. That's what I'm talking.
But this is the thing. I mean, they're both big punchers, which I love. And Ortiz, I love the fact that Ortiz doesn't have. I mean, him being the shorter fighter, he doesn't have to fight inside. He does well with distance.
I thought you were about to say you're glad that Ortiz hasn't got dentures. I thought you were going to say that.
Oh, you better leave him alone. He's not that bad. You know what? If he's so old, then how come nobody else wants to fight him?
Yeah, listen. Wait. Hold on. Listen. Listen. I understand the argument totally, and I'm for what Deontay Wilder says, because Tyson Fury, when I asked him straight to his face, he wanted no business of Ortiz, and we knew that Hearn made Ortiz go out to France or wherever it was, to Monte Carlo, to avoid and get him to fight Dave Allen and fight Malik Scott. He put him out there to fight them guys to avoid AJ. So we know that situation. So AJ and the other guy, fair enough, fine. So Deontay Wilder, if you think about Tyson Fury's last two fights, or if you want to call them fights, those last two outings against two unknowns, and then you've got Luis Ortiz, who was feared as the most dangerous heavyweight in the world. So he comes off fighting Brazil, fights Fury, Brazil, then fights Ortiz. That's quite a good, that's a good set of guys to be fighting. Do you know what I mean? So,
but he's getting more backlash for fighting Ortiz than Fury did in his last two fights.
Yeah, but we know what it is about Fury, and we know what it is. If Fury can do what he needs to do, because Bob Arum is with Tyson Fury, and so Bob Arum doesn't like Al Heyman. Al Heyman looks after his fighters, and he looks after his people. That's what it is, plain and simple. If nobody wants to understand that, that's fine. But Al Heyman looks after his people, and if you want to understand what that is, then it is what it is. So he looks after his people, and they're pretty peed about it. So Al's doing what he's doing for his fighters. So it is what it is. So of course Bob Arum's gonna say, PBC is doing this and PBC is doing that, but it's okay for Tyson Fury to come from England, as I've said before. Now, all I'm saying now is nothing I haven't said before, but he can't sell a ticket in England. That's why he's out in America now. Can't sell a ticket in the UK. When is Fury sold out an arena? So he has to come.
Can't sell tickets here either.
Well. He's got.
Maybe in WWE.
Okay, well, hold on.
They like that.
No, wait. We have to take things back historically, and then we think to ourselves, the Great White Hope. Who is the Great White Hope for heavyweight boxing today?
Well, that's a couple of them.
Who? Name them.
Tyson Fury
and
Vasily Lomachenko.
Heavyweights.
Okay, heavyweights. Well, Tyson Fury.
Of course, he's the savior, so he has to come to America and be the American. That's not the American who's the Englishman, or the Irishman, sort of the English Irishman that's fighting in America. So, and then put him up in American trunks to make him look like the Great White Hope. They've got to have a Great White Hope. If you haven't got Jerry Cooney,
it's not working though. They're trying, but it's not working.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Who else have they got in a position who's white and can play the role? Nobody else but Fury. So Fury fits the role perfectly. He fits the political spectrum there. That's what it is. Let's be honest. I'm not being rude. It is what it is. To say what it is. It is what it is. I love Fury. I love what Fury's about. I love it. But let's just call it for what it is. And if you want to set up a great rematch between Fury and Wilder, who are good friends, have always been good friends, if you want to set that rematch up and make lots of money out of it, then let Fury do what he's doing, let Wilder do what he's doing, keep on talking crap about one another, build the fight up, and then when they meet again, boom. And that's how it is. And that's how it should have been with Wilder and Joshua. But Matchroom didn't get it. So that's why we didn't have that unification undisputed fight, because somebody, some bright spark in Matchroom turned around and said, hey, let's wait until 2021 before we fight Wilder. Let's not even fight Wilder at all. So that bright spark in the accountant there is the reason why we don't have Wilder versus Joshua, which is unforgivable. Because we could have had an undisputed champion today.
But see, when you wait, see what happens. I mean, the whole heavyweight division
had nothing to do.
Up now because they waited too long and couldn't figure it out.
Had nothing to do with waiting. The bottom line is they didn't want it, and that is it. The top guy didn't want it, and that just filtered down to everybody else. That's how it is.
Yeah.
So if ever the heavyweight division needed a Tommy Morrison, now's the time that the heavyweight division needed a Tommy Morrison. So in steps Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is the Tommy Morrison. He's the Jerry Cooney. He is the Joe Bugner. He is the Henry Cooper. He is the great white hope for heavyweight boxing in America. And after the Klitschko's, it's Tyson Fury. That's what it is. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I mean, it's selling. It's doing what it has to do.
It's a good thing for what? It's not a good thing for boxing, though.
Oh, listen. Okay.
It's not doing anything for us.
Let me ask you a question. The three judges and the referee that keep robbing us in fights and giving us dodgy decisions, and Jack Reese and his slow count, and I mean, they're not doing us any favors. Was it Patricia Jarman and what's the other lady's name? Lederman? Is it Lederman? The dodgy, yeah. Whichever is it Lederman? It might not be Lederman. Whichever the lady was who does all the dodgy. Somebody will come up with the dodgy judging. These people, these dodgy judges, they've done us no favors whatsoever in boxing. So they've given us. So these people are doing us no favors. The franchise belt is doing us no favors. Right. People, racist media are doing us no favors, where they just can't value a fighter for the ability and the abilities they have, rather than the color of their skin, right? So that's why we have the nonsense we have today, where one guy.
Oh, would agree, and the chat says Bird. Yes, Adelaide Bird. That's who it is.
Yeah, Adelaide Bird. There we go. Is she doing any good for boxing? No, but she'll still sit her pretty ass up there and judge fights, right? Right. Okay, so
but at least now, I think at least now, and I've been waiting for this. At least now. Not only can the fans see, because that's who it affects. It affects us mostly. The fans see it. We're calling it out. But now you have other boxers calling this mess out too. And that's what we needed. And the WBC had came out and said they don't even know if this franchise thing is even going to last or be a permanent thing. They said that it might not be a permanent thing, and it probably won't be.
Let me break it down as to why I believe the franchise belt is around. The mandatory thing, yeah, that's one thing. But what I think really is behind it is they just wanted to be Al to the PBC belt. I think the PBC belt was going to happen. For me, I did a post. I did 3 posts to Al Heyman, because Al watches all my videos. Of course he does. So the last video I did, it says Al. I asked him to bring out the PBC belt. We now have a PBC. I believe there's going to be a PBC heavyweight title belt. So I understand. I don't know how true this is, but that was the rumor. I said the best thing that can happen in boxing today, what Al Heyman can do for all his fighters, is tell them to drop all of the sanctioned body belts and have a PBC belt, and therefore any money they pay towards the PBC belt, and that'll be it. The only sanction fee pay is to pay towards the PBC belt. That's it. They have to pay all the sanctioning fees no more. And the best fight, the best. And every time a fighter takes part in a best fight versus the best, they pay a certain amount of money towards the PBC belt. And we have a TV champion. And the best fight in the best, just like the UFC. Simple as that. No more money going to sanctioned bodies.
But it's the best fight in the best in the PBC, though, right?
Yeah, why not? And watch this. And then more fighters join over. More fighters will come and join over at PBC. Right, hold on. The best are fighting the best. Most money's being made at PBC because the best are fighting the best. That becomes a really good pay per view market. And if you do it that way by getting rid of all of those belts and all the sanctioning bodies, make sure all the money that can be saved, and basically voiding out all the sanctioning belts and having the PBC being the stable that produces the best fights with the best fighters worldwide. That'd be like a World Boxing Super Series stable.
Right. And
Imagine
the PBC
that.
definitely has, especially if Ruiz wins.
Imagine that. Oh, yeah, there are a few white hopes. Andy Ruiz, Alexander Usyk. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. He's coming there. Here we goes. Yes, the white hopes. Andy Ruiz, white, Mexican. No, I don't think he. I think he identifies as Mexican, so no. Alexander Usyk, yeah, okay. Was he white American?
Oh, they have plans. They have plans for Usyk.
Yeah,
It's coming.
yeah. If Al pulls Ruiz out though, Al pulls Ruiz out the fight against Joshua, masterstroke, pulls Ruiz out the fight, and then Wilder wins against Ortiz, I'm sure people are not going to have a problem if Ruiz were to fight Wilder for the undisputed title.
Hold on, you said you think people what?
I don't think anybody would have a problem if Ruiz and Wilder fought for the undisputed title. If for some,
no,
if for,
that's a big fight right there.
if for some, and then that way it went straight to undisputed. That would stop. That would block or Usyk from getting that WBO vacant belt. Straight to undisputed. Straight to undisputed. It won't happen. But could you imagine if Ruiz pulled out and instead they had Wilder versus Ruiz for the undisputed? Joshua fights the winner.
That would be crazy. But I think the fight's gonna happen, and I think AJ's gonna win. I think Anthony Joshua's gonna win the rematch.
Okay.
Don't get quiet on me now.
Let's go there. Let's talk. Oh, what were your thoughts on Ancient Ortiz and Deontay Wilder?
Well, yeah.
Now that you know he's more than 40.
Wilder is gonna knock him out. I don't think he's gonna go past 6.
Listen, I thought he'd wipe it out inside 4.
No, inside 4. It wouldn't surprise me. I know he's going out there to knock him out. You know, and we all know how that ends up when Wilder when it's personal with Wilder. He's going to go in there. He's going to take care of business. I think from round 1 he's going to go in there and try to hurt him and try to get him out as quick as he can. So
okay.
I don't see it going past 6.
Yeah, well, he's gonna
keep saying, Ortiz is he's in shape and
all
that kind of stuff.
He's in shape. He's in shape to go down the beach with his grandkids and the beach babes look at him. He's not in shape to fight Deontay Wilder. All right, there's a difference. And as for Pulev and his mandatory next, the simple thing for me to say to Pulev is that, listen, mate, you can fight for a version of the title, or you can fight for the undisputed title with some money on top. What would you like? The winner, let Wilder and Ruiz fight. The undisputed champion, you're first in line or second in line, whichever. But in the time being, I tell you what, why didn't Pulev and Usyk fight? There we go, we solved that problem. Pulev, Usyk fight. You two fight. And let us deal with this over here. Sorry. Just an idea.
I like it.
See, I got it all sorted. No more sanction fees, so we don't worry about them. No more. This guy can't fight with that guy because he's with this belt and that. Forget all that stuff. If you want to fight, come to PBC. Let's fight.
Wow. But for some reason, I just feel like it's going to be some type of legal battle here with this going on. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I'm hoping for it.
Legal battle. Well, that's the way. See, I mean, it would be funny if somehow either Ruiz or Joshua did pull out. It would be so funny. Oh, then we'd be closer to an undisputed title fight, or somebody breaks down weak in a fight, somebody gets cut, somebody gets injured.
I don't know. We're gonna see. If the fight, but like I said, if the fight happens, I think Anthony Joshua's going to win the
Okay,
rematch.
so all right. What did you make of the first fight?
Wilder Ortiz, Ruiz and
No,
Anthony
AJ,
Joshua.
AJ and Ruse. What did you think of the fight?
Okay, well, I didn't really know what to expect with either one of them.
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't know much about Ruiz. I've seen him fight, but
Okay.
not enough to sit there and say, I think he's going to get knocked out or he's going to knock him out. And the thing with the heavyweight division is that it just takes one punch,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Does indeed.
And
One.
I've always thought that Anthony Joshua was not a good boxer. I
Well,
just thought he was just a big guy.
That's
that
a
could
good
punch.
start.
I mean, he has a little bit of good footwork, but I've never really thought he was a good boxer.
That's a good
And
start.
I did know that Andy Ruiz, he could box. He could box better than, definitely better than.
So, what's your stance on lucky punches from gods?
It could happen, but I'm not gonna say that was a lucky punch. I know Joshua thinks that was a lucky punch. I don't think it was a lucky punch. Did you think it was a lucky punch?
Well, if it's a lucky punch, there are a lot of gods that don't like him, then, isn't it? Because how many punches did he get hit with?
I don't think it was lucky though.
Over several rounds. It was a lucky punch from the gods. Either that or the gods hate him.
That's right. That's right. I don't. I was never sold on Andy Ruiz in the first place, so I'm not going to sit here and say that I think he's going to beat him again. I mean, what I'm hoping is, and I'm not saying I hope that Anthony Joshua wins. What I'm hoping is that, and I hope this with all boxers who this happens to, that they go back to the drawing board, figure it out, and fix the problem.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, the drawing board. What does this drawing board look like? Because up to this, I've gone to every gym I've gone to, I've asked them, have you got a drawing board in here? And they've never shown me a drawing board. So where is this drawing board? What does it look like?
I don't know. But it's somewhere. So, and if it's not somewhere, someone needs to get one.
Because I've seen
get one for him.
I've seen guys say they've gone back to the drawing board, they come out in the box of the same shit all over again and get knocked out again. So they didn't go back to the drawing board, or the drawing board wasn't very good. They didn't draw on the board.
That's true. Now that's true, but some boxers, even though he's not my favorite, but I think Canelo is one of those boxers who, when he got embarrassed by Floyd Mayweather, he went back to the drawing board.
Hold on.
And
now,
he.
Here's this thing about Canelo. Now, the two things. The first thing that Canelo supporters say is that he was inexperienced when he fought Floyd. But I don't know how many.
Definitely.
But check this. Canelo had 42 fights. Floyd had 44 fights. Now, if you're telling me at 42 fights, you're inexperienced and you fought former world champions like Sugar Shea Mosley and beat their ass, and you're saying you're inexperienced with 42 fights.
They had to come up with some type of excuse.
Two. People say, will it beat Floyd now? Hold on. So who has he fought since Floyd whooped his ass the first time that moves anything like Floyd? Who's got a straight right hand? Who can move and light on their feet? Who's got a boxing brain like Floyd? He's fought a whole bunch of guys that are flat-footed, come forward and for the most part can't box.
Right. So I guess it is kind of hard to tell whether he's gotten better, but he to me he did look better. Floyd did embarrass him, but
okay. So again,
Canelo looked like an amateur boxer. Really.
Well, because he isn't that good against elite. He's a good fighter. Floyd's elite.
Right.
Or he's a great fighter. Floyd is elite. Or he's an elite fighter. Floyd's great. Whichever level that Canelo is, Floyd's that step ahead. So tell me, which fighter that Canelo's fought in the last X amount of years prepares him to beat Floyd this time round? Let's keep it
Oh, I
down.
don't.
Let's break it down to even more real. How many black fighters has Canelo fought that move like Floyd?
Oh, we know that answer.
Well, I'm just waiting because I'm listening to people saying, well, if he fought Floyd now, so you get him beat Floyd now. But hold on a second. Yeah, but Floyd's probably like he's an old guy now. But I'm thinking logically, you haven't done anything in your makeup as a fighter. You've gotten bigger, but you haven't gotten better because you're still doing the same crap before. You're still plodding forward. You're still taking breaks in fights. You're still going to get a counter with a straight right hand. People think he's gotten better. He's got more experience, but he was experienced at
Right.
42 fights. If you're not a complete package, or you're not a great fighter, or you're not the guy at 42 after 42 fights, you're not experienced.
Right. And I think that's why he's looking for an advantage in every fight that he takes. I mean, he's going to look for an advantage because he has to look good. You know what I mean? He wants the fans to say, what we're saying. Oh, he looked good. He's pound for pound. I guess when you're not that good, you do need advantage in every
Listen,
fight.
listen. Let's get this straight. I appreciate Canelo, but don't feed me the BS. Don't feed me the BS. He's a good fighter, but he's not. He's a very good fighter against the guys he's fighting. The kind of fodder. Let me put him in with somebody who's going to bring him some real fire. Stick him in with Charlo. Just stick him in with Charlo. Somebody's young and fresh and hungry and wants to give it a go. Big.
Not gonna happen.
Let's just see that. Let's see him fight Charlo. Let's see him fight Andrade. Let's see him fight a guy who's going to move and
That's
slip
what I
and
want to see. I want to see
slip and move and give him.
Andrade.
Let me give him some little bit of that movement, a little bit of that soulfulness, and give him a bit of soul, See, he doesn't like getting. This is what it really boils down to. He doesn't like getting outsold.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean by that? Out rhythmed.
Yep.
So sorry, let's get back to this Joshua thing. So you believe Joshua's going to beat Ruiz in the rematch?
I do.
Okay, talk me through it because I'm fascinated. I really am.
Well, because I don't think that Ruiz is going to knock him out again. And because I think that, I believe that if it does go to 12 rounds, they will not give it to Andy Ruiz. I'm not saying that Anthony Joshua is going to win. In my mind, if I scored the fight, I would have Anthony Joshua necessarily winning on points. But I believe that it's, the boxing gods are going to judge this fight in a way that Anthony Joshua's going to win. But I don't think Ruiz is going to knock him out.
If I could get a mem at this minute in time, it'd probably be that the black dude who kind of puts his hands on his chin, and he opens his mouth and goes, "Wow." He goes, "Wow."
You must think that Anthony Joshua's going to get knocked out again.
Listen, all I'm saying is this. He had an allergic reaction 4 times to when Ruiz touched him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's having allergic reactions now in sparring again. Sparring's not going too well for Big Josh. To beat, he's giving him all the work he can get.
So you don't think he can catch Ruiz first?
We've been there. We've been there before, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
What happened?
I don't think Ruiz was hurt though. I really don't.
Okay. Can I let you into a little secret?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the first fight, blow for blow, exactly how Joshua was going to get knocked out, was actually broke down on this channel. The punch and exactly how it would land. Yes. So
it's going to happen again.
Well, Josh has got a few things he can. Well, I think Josh is unless the fix is in. So is this a fight? I don't know if this is a fight, but I don't know if the fix is on. Which guy is there more investment in? is there more investment in a Joshua win? Because if Joshua wins, is there enough interest in him to fight Wilder? He's talking about, I ain't even talking about Wilder afterwards. So that ain't even sound good. My man's saying, even if I win the fight, I don't even want to talk about Wilder. What? That don't sound good. So we know that if Joshua wins, then we know it's Usyk's next on the table. We know that. Okay? So for Joshua to win this fight, and I'm talking outside the realm of fix and referee that's gonna let Joshua do what he's got to do, on the basis of a clean play fight, Joshua has to be. Hold a second. Hold a second. Can you read There's a few comments in the comment section here. BG London's got a beautiful comment for you there.
Okay, BG London says, Miss Boxing will be knighted by the Queen. OBE status without restriction. BG.
Right, so
I'm telling you, gotta come back and see me, BG, so I can feed you some crow.
So Joshua's going to have to do something he hasn't done so far in his career, which is not engage when he's been engaged. So he can't come up, be the macho man, and throw punches with Ruiz. He's got to now keep Ruiz off of him. So he's going to have to box long range. Now, there's a few problems with that, because in his amateur career, he didn't have all that bulk and he was slimmed down, and he fought a guy called Nista in the amateurs. And Nista basically backed him up and hurt him and stopped him. I don't believe Joshua's actually developed since that day. He hasn't improved. He hasn't learned how to deal with a guy up close and up to his chest. Joshua has never been one to hold an opponent. You never hear a fight where Joshua has dominated a fight behind the left jab. And I believe that Ruiz is too educated to let Joshua keep him at the end of a jab. Way too educated for that. And as soon as you come close to Joshua, he cowers away. He puts his head down, he cowers away. That's a subconscious thing. That's subconscious. That is innate. That's what Joshua does. That's his habit. When he gets hurt, he just goes into shell. Joshua is great when he's boxing. He's great when he's on the front foot. But if you put him on the back foot and you force him backwards, it's ugly. And he can't box off the back foot. So I don't know if Joshua can negate Ruiz up close. Last time Ruiz fought him, he had 5 weeks. This time Ruiz has got 10 weeks. Plus he's fought Joshua already. Fundamentally, here's another thing. Boxing fans, I want you to look at something. Go back and look at the recent interview that Joshua did. If you watch him, he's doing some shadow boxing. If you look carefully at his shadow boxing, from what I'm seeing from his shadow boxing, he hasn't learnt from those mistakes. He's still dropping his left hand after he's jabbing. Go and look at the video again. Go back and look at the video. He's throwing the left jab and he's pulling his left jab back and he's dropping it down by his waist. That is an opening for the left hand. Oh, the whole left side of him again is exposed. He's shadow boxing and still doing that same nonsense that got him knocked out the first fight. And that was just recent, a couple of days ago or yesterday. How you shadow box? He hasn't showed me mentally that he's made an adjustment. You're not showing that adjustment there. I'm
I'll come back and eat my crow, but I'm still.
Listen. 10 times out of 10, if Ruiz hits Joshua on the chin, he goes over.
Okay. But what if Anthony Joshua hits Ruiz, hurts Ruiz?
9 times out of 10, he gets up. Or 10 times out of 10, he gets up and he stops Joshua. But he drops Joshua. He drops Joshua another 3 times beforehand.
Right. Joshua just never recovered.
You know what I think?
I think he was definitely too hurt.
You know
He
what I think?
definitely didn't recover.
You know what I think? If I'm Ruiz, I say get yourself into the best shape possible. Just get yourself into the best shape possible. And all I want you to do is strategy. First round, get to the center of the ring, charge him, rush him, and throw all your punches at him. Try and stop him in the first three. Put that pressure on him early. Bring that heat to him early.
Yeah.
Crack him hard early. This fight could be over in the first couple.
For you.
This fight could be over in the first couple of rounds. You know, this fight could be over real quick. Real quick.
It could be. Well, do you feel that Anthony Joshua thinks he can't win this fight? Honestly,
I know that when he was coming to the ring the first time to fight Ruiz, he was muttering to himself, balance and control. And he's the only guy I've ever heard walking to the ring talking about balance and control. I've never heard anybody in boxing talk about balance and control walking to the ring. That sounds sort of like photo shoot, like he's modelling or something. I've never heard any man come to the ring talk that stuff. Never. I would like him to win, but I've lost so much money with my dad. I remember putting money on Bruno to beat Tyson the first time. That hurt. I cried. And I put money on Bruno to fight Tyson the second time. And I cried again.
Oh.
Listen. I cried when Herbie Hyde got beat up by Riddick Bowe.
But you're not going to cry this fast.
I cried when Nigel Benn fought Chris Eubank. I cried when Nigel Benn got beat by Michael Watson. And all those occasions. You know, the only time I didn't cry is when Lennox Lewis knocked out Frank Bruno. And even then I was starting to cry because Bruno had Lewis up against the ropes. So, based on those situations, I've cried a lot. And my dad's made a lot of money off of me. Mainly after the pocket money he gave me, I'd use it and say, right, my dad will give you $5. So there's a $5, son. All right, here's a $5 for today. You know, you made your rooms clean. I'm like, yeah, cool, Dad. They're like, oh, yeah, boxing's on tonight. I said, yeah, Bruno's fighting Tyson. He's going to duff up Tyson this time. He's bigger, he's stronger, he can box southpaw, and he beat Oliver McCall. But Dad said, okay, fair enough then. I guess I'll get that $5 at the end of the night. Never understood why my dad could understand, always was able to know these fights and what to do, why things were going to happen the way they were. I got it now. I mean, my dad used to say to me this line, you love to back a loser. You love to back a loser, even when it's right in your face the guy's a loser, you love to back a loser. That's what my dad used to say to me. So, and I'm still traumatized by that up to now. So the case is now, I've seen a man get dropped 4 times. And like, if he had got knocked out with one shot, bam, I would have thought, that's a lucky shot. He can come back and he can do it. But my man got ripped to shreds. He got ripped to shreds. Yeah. He got taken apart and beaten up.
You know, win or lose, I think he's still going to quit fighting. I think he's going to finish out his... I mean, he said this years ago. He said he wanted to retire in 5 years, and we're coming up on that. So...
Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. You're the person talking about Joshua winning the fight. Now you're talking about retirement.
No, I always... No, he said it. He said he was going to retire.
Wait. Stop. Wait.
I think he's gone.
What?
There we go. Denise Edwards said it right there. AJ is mentally done.
Wait. Stop. Wait. Hold on. Wait. You're in the AJ camp. You shouldn't be talking like that. You got to be talking with a military mindset. You got to be have to have a killer mindset now. You can't be talking about no. You can't be talking about no losing no fight. You're gonna do him. You're gonna beat him up, innit? And afterwards, remember, I have to bow before him if he wins the fight.
Oh yeah, what was that about?
You're already AJ supporter, so you tell me what it was all about.
I didn't say I was an AJ supporter. I just think he's gonna win this fight. I think when the bell rings and when the ref has both of their hands, they're gonna raise Anthony Joshua's hand. It might not be right, it might not be fair, but I don't think Ruiz is gonna knock him out again. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Ruiz is going to knock
So
him out again.
what have you done this
And
time?
again,
Have you given him? I'll tell you what you've done. Have you gone to Final Fantasy and given him an invisible force field around him to stop him getting hit with punches?
I'm not going to tell you my secrets.
Is that what you've done? What have you
No,
done? What is
telling you,
so
he's going to win.
so?
He's going to win, and you're going to cry
I probably am gonna
again.
cry. I will probably will cry. I probably will cry. Um, hold
He's
on,
going to win.
but wait, hold on. So guy gets knocked down 4 times. So are you suggesting that Andy Ruiz is not going to land a punch on AJ?
Oh, he'll land a punch. He'll land a punch.
And then what happens when he lands?
I don't know. We'll see. AJ does have he doesn't have a good chin. We know that.
Hasn't got a good temple. Hasn't got a good body.
Nope, no, he just definitely doesn't like it to the body, and he was definitely getting hit to the body. I'm telling you, you don't believe me, I'm gonna come back on the show. I can't wait till this
I
fight.
want to ask this question. Let me ask you this question. So since he got knocked up or beaten up by Ruiz in that fight, then he's had time to. Where's he had time to recover, and then going to sparring to get beat up again? How much damage has the fight against Ruiz? How much damage has been done to Joshua before he gets back in the ring against Ruiz in the rematch? How damaged a fight is Anthony Joshua?
Physically, I don't think he's damaged to the point where he can't fight. Mentally, maybe. I agree completely with Denise Ward. I believe mentally he's not there. But I'm telling you, I just feel that he's going to win this fight. I'm not, like I said, you might be taking. I think you're taking it the wrong way, what I'm saying.
Oh, my chest is hurting me. Oh, my chest. So can you read out what Denise Ward has put about the military mindset, please?
She said I'm talking foul.
Go back up.
He has not fully recovered from his concussion. I'm not talking foul.
Go back up a second.
I'm telling you, y'all gotta believe me on this one.
Go back to Denise Ward says AJ doesn't have a military mindset. He couldn't make it in the army.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Dang, y'all don't like AJ over here, huh?
No, it's not that. It's just there's some things just don't make sense. They don't make sense. Like after the fight, he turned around to Robert McCracken straight after the fight. And he says, "Yeah, I was getting it with too many hooks in it." He looked to Robert McCracken at the end of the fight. Yeah, obviously, dumbass Sherlock. You weren't getting it with too many hooks. You were getting beat up in there. So like McCracken kind of puts his head down and said, "You're dumb son." Like he just put his head down. Like he just, I don't want to hear what you got to say, Josh. So we'll talk about it in the morning. So there's that's happened there, and then he does an interview afterwards, and he goes, "Yeah, lucky punch from the gods, 9 times out of 10, military mindset, in the oven, out the oven." It don't make no sense. Now he said apparently Andy Ruiz has got fast hand and fast feet. Apparently. Well, it's not apparent, it's a fact. It's not apparent, it's a fact. I mean, he was faster than you, beat you to the punch and knocked you over and knocked you out. Stopped you. Not apparent, it's a fact. He did.
Right.
So I'm befuddled. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
That's how boxing is, though.
Denise,
I would say 92% of the people that watched that first fight did not expect Anthony Joshua to get knocked down 4 times. I don't think.
Can you read?
I don't think anybody thought he would get knocked down 4 times.
I thought he was going to get knocked out clean, but Denise Ward's. Can you read the last 2 comments of Denise Ward's for me, please? Because I love your accent.
Sure, I sure can.
I love your accent. I really do.
Denise Ward said he has not fully recovered from his concussion. And she also says that AJ has the symptoms like he's seen war and cannot cope. Damn, Denise.
I think after this chat, you're going to be having the same symptoms as well. You might not do another YouTube video.
I might. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. Look, DOG said I'm in the 8%. Okay. You thought he was gonna get knocked down 4 times, DOG?
I'm with the 8%.
But you know what? He got knocked down 4 times, but he
Yeah.
got up 4 times too. I'm just saying.
And he spat out the gumshoe once.
He got knocked down 4 times, but he got up 4 times.
Yeah, but he got up 4 times against a guy who only had 5 weeks to prepare for it.
I mean, what does that got to do with it?
This time he'll have 10 weeks to prepare. That's 5 weeks more.
So you think? Okay, so you tell me what the other 5 weeks is gonna do for Andy Ruiz.
Well, he'll come in sharper first of all. Secondly,
Okay.
he'll have more time to be strategically prepared for Joshua. Third thing of all, he had come from fighting Dimitrenko to fighting Joshua. Now he knows Joshua. He knows what Joshua's about. Joshua's got to improve. Now, Joshua was as good as Joshua could be, I think. But Andrew has got 5 weeks more to be sharper. 5 weeks more sharper.
Okay. So if he has 5 weeks more to be sharper, then that means, and he has double the amount of time for this camp that he did last.
Yeah.
Then he should do twice as good as he did in the last fight.
Yeah. So should we shoot twice as many lucky punches? Lucky punches from the gods.
Okay. Thank you, Anthony Joshua. That's right. You win that fight for Mizz Boxing so I can slowly feed this crow to everybody that's up in this chat.
You know what? I think Mizz Boxing, because I think you're just wonderful. You're just amazing. I think you'd be really good as a co-commentator for the night.
No, because your chat is eating me up. Your chat is eating me.
Okay, tell us again, because you've got such a lovely, beautiful accent. I love the way you articulated Joshua's win. Because I wanna get in there. Look, I want to get into that mindset. Joshua's going to win this fight. I want to get into the mindset. Wait, hold on.
One more time.
Hold on.
Because I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Yo, let me get myself into a mindset for that. I'm going to get myself into a gorilla mindset. Hold on.
Yes, get into the gorilla mindset.
Gorilla. I'm a
Anthony?
gorilla.
Anthony Joshua is going to win this fight.
Right, I'm a gorilla. Right, I'm in gorilla mindset. Come on, hit me with it.
Gorilla mindset.
Come on,
Andy
sister, hit me with
Ruiz
it.
is not going to knock him down no 4 times.
Okay.
He's not going to knock him out cold.
Okay.
It's not going to be a TKO.
Okay. Joshua is not going to get knocked down. He's not going to get knocked down.
No, wait. I didn't say that.
What? What did you say? I'm going to repeat.
I said he's not going to get knocked down 4 times. And I said it's not going to be a TKO. I didn't say there was. I think there's going to be knockdown on both sides. But I think that Anthony Joshua is going to weather the storm, somehow make this fight last 12 rounds to the last bell, last second of the bell, of the last round, and they're going to give him the fight, whether he deserves it or not. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I think we just have to get rid of Adelaide Bird and put you in that place.
Oh yeah, I give him all 10. No, I give him 11.
Listen. Joshua is already the unified champion while he's on the plane on the way to Saudi Arabia, according to your scorecard. Before he even gets to the arena, you like Anthony Joshua. You really like Joshua, don't you?
No, I really don't.
You're making.
I really don't. I don't. But I just think that's in the plans. I don't think they're gonna let Ruiz. They're not gonna let Al Haymon control all the heavyweight belts.
Okay, here's how I look at it. I say, 75%, 80% Ruiz by KO. 75% Ruiz by KO, and 25% Joshua win. There's your percentage.
The best that's gonna come out is the best for y'all. That's gonna come out is a draw. I'm telling you, you don't believe me, don't you? I'm telling you.
So Joshua's going to keep Ruiz off him for 12 rounds.
think they'll both hit the canvas. I think so. But I think the fix is in. Look, George Michael said, "I've been reminding Andy this is war. This isn't about fixes. This is for your kids. No fix." I think the fix is in. Andy Ruiz has to knock him out, and that's the thing. He has to knock him out cold to win this fight. You really don't believe? You guys are in shock or something. Are you in shock?
I don't. I'm usually not a man who's speechless, but tonight,
do it.
I'm speechless. For the first time in the history of YouTube, and we've had some great people on this channel. We've had Tyson Fury, we've had Alexander Usyk, we've had Muhammad Ali's brother, we've had so many fighters, Crawford, Thurman. We've had them all on the channel before they even became champions. We've had European champions, we've had world champions, we've had undisputed champions. None of them have ever made me speechless. But Miss Boxing, you make your debut, and I'm speechless. I just cannot respond. I'm just. I mean, I've listened to Joshua talk, and at times I've been baffled. But this is beyond baffling. I'm like, I don't know. I just it's the technical issue of him and the psyche of him being unable to deal with a guy that's on top of him.
Right. Okay. Anyway, George Michael says, "You talk like knocking him out is hard. He was down 4 times."
All right.
Okay.
Have you got?
Just makes it
all right.
Worse,
let me ask.
Down 4 times and you.
Like, have you got a wand?
Got back up 4 times.
Have you got a wand somewhere? Have you got a magical wand or something?
I have one. It's right here.
Okay. Can I give you the statistics of Anthony Joshua and his record versus getting dropped? Okay.
Look, George Michael is talking about. I'm sorry. Let me read this.
Go ahead.
Dropped by DeBow, stunned by White. Okay.
Keep going. Go.
Read that. Was stunned by Ortiz. Stunned by Brazil.
No. Wait. Scroll back up the page. Scroll back up the page. Come on, just a little bit up. Just a little bit more further up. Read that comment there. Dropped by Okoli. Keep going. Keep reading.
Okay, dropped by Okoli, dropped by Price, dropped by stunned by Parker, down versus Vladimir, down by Andy 4 times.
Yes.
And 92% of the people that saw that fight before that fight thought that Anthony Joshua was going to win.
And
probably even you,
and wobbled by Povetkin as well. BG, London's got another message for you.
Joshua's Mizz Boxing's guilty pleasure classified information. Yeah, if y'all really think I like him, I don't. I really don't.
You know, I think you know what? I think I can see why you and Beverly make it such a great team. It's like when I was talking about Errol Spence and Keith Thurman to her, and she was just fixated on Thurman, on Spence before he fought Mikey Garcia. I said to her, "Can you explain to me how Spence's resume is better than Keith Thurman's?" And she's like, "Well, it is." I said, "Well, can you explain to me how it is?" And she went, "Well, it is." I said, "Well, who's he fought? Who's he fought? That's like, he hasn't fought a Porter, he hasn't fought Garcia. The best fight he's fought was Brook, and Brook had got beaten up by GGG. So that doesn't make him the truth at the time." But she was adamant that Spence is this and Spence is that and Spence is this and.
But I'm not saying that though.
No. You're another level altogether. I mean, yeah, this is going to be. I can see it now. One way or the other, this is going to be one of those BWTM golden moments. I tell you, this is going to be BWTM classic
Oh, it
gold.
is. It
Absolutely.
is. And when I come back on the show after everything, when Anthony Joshua gets his belts back, when I come back on the show, I'm going to have the video up. I'm going to have the crown on my head and everything.
George Michael
Yeah.
continues to say, read this part out here, what George Michael's got to say.
George Michael said he got back up like a fairy. He turned his back on the ref. The ref kept saying, come on then. Okay. But read what Anthony Joshua said in the chat.
Please, at this point, I actually I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. Please send your comments in on a postcard now to Miss Boxing. Miss Boxing, do you have any questions you'd like to ask me, or like to ask anybody else in the room? I'm speechless at the moment.
Okay, hold on. Let me look up. So George Michael, my question for you: you keep saying that? Let me see. You said you talk like knocking him out is hard. He was down 4 times. Do you think that Andy Ruiz is going to knock Joshua out 10 count? That's my question to you. Let's see. And Denise Wards. I don't know why I said Edwards, but Denise Wards. You don't think it's any chance that this time Joshua could land a lucky punch? And you don't think it's any chance that the fight could go 12 rounds? Does anybody think the fight can go 12 rounds? I guess you don't.
At this point, my head is buried under my jumper, and my head's gone missing, so I'm a headless Ingram at the moment.
Uh-oh.
So who else has got things to say? No, it's not military mindset now. The military mindset's gone. That failed. The military mindset failed when he fought Ruiz the first time. So it's killer mindset now. He's a killer now.
I'm not a fan. That's the thing. Look, George Michael, I want all you guys to know I'm not a fan of boxers. I'm a fan of boxing. I am not an Anthony Joshua. I don't like him. I don't like his style. There's nothing really I like about him.
Can I find have I got any emojis in here? Because I think I can. If I could find an emoji now, it would be helpful.
Which one are you going to find? The one with the long nose?
No, I'm trying to find the emoji with the one who's actually...
Pinocchio nose?
No, the one where he's in thought. I've got to find the one he's in thought. Keep talking, because...
I have never been an Anthony Joshua fan. Look, you should hear the things that I have said about Anthony Joshua on my channel, and they are not nice. They are not nice at all. I am not an Anthony Joshua. I am not an Anthony Joshua fan. Justine the Dream says AJ has been trying to tell everyone that he didn't want to leave the UK, but nobody would listen. Now he's going to the Middle East. What happens when AJ comes back to the US? AJ's not coming back, Justine the Dream. George Michael said, I think there's a good chance he won't get back up this time. Once you've quit, it's always in the back of your mind. If he doesn't fake it, it may be a clean KO. His head rocks back more now.
Yeah.
But Joshua had some great offense, though. If he wins, we can all learn about military mindset. What you laughing at, Prince Nut? What you laughing at me for?
Hold on. Can I just rewind this a second? Just for 1 second. Did you say that Joshua's got great offense?
I didn't say that.
Did you say he had great offense against Ruiz?
George Michael said it. George Michael said, but Joshua has some great offense. Who knows? If he wins, we can all learn about military mindset.
No, wait, it's not. It's about the killer mindset. It's not about the military mindset.
That was George Michael. So then when AJ wins, and George Michael's going to come back and say, I told you he had some good offense.
Do you know what? Here, I think the next time that you do a show...
Am I trolling you guys? Do you think I'm trolling y'all?
No, I think that the next time... I think when you should do the live commentary with me for this year, But this is what you should look like when you do the live commentary. You see it?
So you can't see my eyes.
Yeah, no, yeah. So nobody can see your eyes. When the tears start rolling down, you can just say it was laughter.
Oh,
That's what it is. Who wants to vote for Miss Boxing to doing the live commentary for the AJ fight? Let's have a vote of hands here. It's I well, it's good. I mean, I can see why, the creator created us all very differently and very uniquely. We need people like yourself, Miss Boxing. It makes the world a very, very interesting place. Of course, we need Joshua's got to have fans and supporters. What's Denise
yeah,
Ward?
okay.
Yeah, of course. So what's Denise Ward saying? She said Denise Ward said read
Uh-oh.
her comment.
Oh my goodness. Denise Ward says, first of all, the fight should have been back in New York, and a real man would go back to the scene of the crime and handle his business. Girl,
Oh boy.
I can't say anything about that. Look, I'm gonna give you high five. I'm gonna touch my screen and give you high five. I like that. But we'll take Saudi.
He didn't handle his business in America. He didn't like traveling away from the UK, and now he's going to Saudi Arabia. Is even further away.
Look, George Michael says, haha, no, I won't say sorry, Miss Boxing. I think he's done, but I'm not your God. You're convincing us he's going to win now. We are all learning about military mindset.
Listen, you can all have a military mindset today. You don't have to go to the army. You don't have to be part of the military. Just say you got military mindset. Just lots of YouTube videos. You'll be all right. You'll be
That's all
fine.
you have to do.
That's all you have to do. Watch YouTube videos. That's it.
That's it.
That's all it is. And lots of Tupac. You'll be all right. As AJ says, him against the world. So it's all cool.
I mean, it's heavyweights, y'all. It's heavyweights. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's heavyweights, and what's that got to do with the slice of a slice of bread?
Anything can happen. You know anything can happen.
Do I?
You don't think so? I mean, they both got knocked down in the first.
Yeah, one got knocked off balance. The other guy got knocked down and didn't recover. Oh, what's come up here now? BG London says. Miss Boxing, you can read this one. This line from BG Boxing.
Bev and Miss Boxing shame Joshua all of the time. I never said he was a great boxer. That's what I told. See, BG London knows. I'm not a Joshua fan, but I'm telling you, it's in the cards.
Panic attack. And that's the Dream says that's why I say he has to face his fear in the US, where Eddie promised this so-called takeover. He will panic again.
All right, Nassim the Dream.
I'm
gonna feed you crow too.
I really, at this point, like I said, I'm one is flabbergasted. One, I mean, I don't know. I watched the interview with a gentleman by the name of Prince Andrew the other night, and I was absolutely horrified and stunned and shocked at how a man can get on television and lie through his teeth as bold faced as that guy did, and I was flabbergasted then, right? But this as well, wow! I mean, this is incredible. This really is incredible. I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
We're gonna play this back too. I cannot wait for when Anthony Joshua wins, and we're gonna have to bring this stream up, and we're gonna have to play it in the background and play what you're saying right now. Okay.
Well, if Joshua gets knocked down 5, 6, 7, 8 times, well, I tell you what, you better if he gets knocked down once or twice or 3 times, you better You better ask for that money back from the gods for the the force field that's going to stop Joshua falling over.
Okay, that's a deal.
Yeah, yeah. But I think that quote. Can somebody tag the quote? The quote of the evening would be around the Joshua thing, because I think that's going to get a lot of people in listening. So, does anybody want to give me the tagline for Miss Boxing's thoughts on this particular fight? So, somebody
Yeah,
give
I'm
me a
sure Mimi
tagline.
London has something real good.
Yeah. So, the one who gets the best tagline now will be used on this video tonight. So, have you got a tagline for it tonight, Miss Boxing?
I don't have one. I mean,
So what's your quote? Anthony Joshua will not get AJ will not get knocked down again.
no, I didn't say that.
What's your quote?
See, you keep trying to change. You keep trying to change what I'm saying
Okay,
here.
what did you actually say then?
I'm saying Anthony Joshua is going to win this fight. I'm saying Anthony Joshua is getting his belt back by any means necessary.
Don't even
And it
try.
seemed to
Don't
Jake
even
he
try the
will eat his
Malcolm X
crow like a
quote.
man.
No, that's you've gone proper AJ now. By any means necessary, Malcolm X. Oh my word.
Not happening.
Yeah, Malcolm X by any means necessary, and he got shot and he got killed because he didn't listen to Elijah Muhammad. They told him to secure the premises every time, and he didn't follow protocol. He allowed people to walk in, and that was the end of Malcolm X by any means necessary. Even ignoring protocol. It's a shame. Imagine if
I think
Malcolm.
he'll be dirty. I think Joshua will be dirty. We'll play dirty.
Really? Could you miss boxing?
See, Denise, I didn't say that. Ingram said that.
By any means necessary.
You ain't getting me in trouble here.
The head's buried. You've got any Tupac? You've got any Tupac sayings as well? Do you want to add to it as well? Lordy, lordy, lord. Oh dear.
It's all right. I forgive all of you.
Anthony Joshua will win by any means necessary. I think that should be the quote line. What do you think? What do you think? Shall we use that as your tagline?
I like Denise Edwards. Denise Ward. I don't know why I
Yes,
want to say Edwards.
Military
Denise Ward does Malcolm X. How could you, Miss Boxer?
What about his next line here?
Us
George
against the
Michael.
world. Military awakening sessions. Group yoga. George Michael. When you laughing at Anthony Joshua, you're supposed to be on my side.
So what's the tagline for the video then? People, what's the tagline for the video? Yeah, the tagline for the video is going to be Miss Boxing TV, and I'm going to put comma in speech mark. Anthony Joshua will win by any means necessary.
There you go. I like it.
How's that sound? Is there anything else you'd like to talk to us about before we bring this first session to a close?
Yeah, just one more thing.
Okay.
One more thing. I wanted to get your thoughts on how, what do you think about Terrence Crawford saying that he should not be forced to fight Sean Porter?
It's PBC versus Top Rank, and Crawford's a company man for Top Rank, isn't he? So, I'd love to see that fight though.
I think. Well, I think. Let me say a little bit more about this. When he said that, the first thing that came to my head, and I agree with him on this, is that when Earl Spence fought Sean Porter, we all know Earl Spence didn't. It wasn't easy.
No, it
Nobody
wasn't.
was calling for um, Terrence Crawford to fight Sean Porter before Sean Porter fought Errol Spence. And now that Errol Spence didn't look, elite, it wasn't a boxing clinic, he had some trouble. They want to see how Terrence Crawford does against Sean Porter. And I completely disagree with that. I don't think that's the way boxing goes. But at the same time, Sean Porter, I believe that Terrence Crawford needs to fight somebody on the PBC side. So, how do you feel about Terrence Crawford saying no? And he said no because they're friends.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Sure. I think if Crawford's going to consider himself legit in the welterweight division, he's got to fight one of the boys. He's going to have to fight Danny Garcia. He's going to have to fight Keith Thurman. He's going to have to fight Sean Porter. And he should have fought Manny Pacquiao. So, let him fought one of those four guys.
Okay. But he does need to fight somebody. And
he's got to fight one of them four guys. The Green Machine.
But I don't want the reason to be because...
The Green Machine's unacceptable. Sorry. Not the Green Machine.
Yeah.
He's got to fight Porter, Garcia, Thurman, Spence, Pacquiao. One of them five guys he's got to fight.
I think he should fight Pacquiao.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the fight.
That's a dangerous fight though, because if Pacquiao clips him one of them nasty punches, he hurts him, and for some reason he upsets Crawford, that's not going to look good on a resume. So no, that's a fight I would you've got nothing to gain by beating Pacquiao apart from he's an old man. He's meant to beat him. So, I fight Danny Garcia.
I like it.
I fight Danny Garcia.
Danny said he's fighting January 25th. He didn't say who yet.
Yeah.
But they said it's going to be a big fight, possibly a pay-per-view fight. I don't know who that's going to be. I don't think it's going to be Pacquiao, though.
Thurman, probably. If he's not
I would like to tell the chat and everybody in here that I have Terrence Crawford beating Errol Spence, and I always have. So that's another one that not many people agree with me on. So yeah, we'll talk about that another day, though.
I think it's a great fight. I think it's a great fight, but I want to see Crawford fight somebody else before he fights Spence. Somebody apart from what's the guy's name again? Jeff Horn, the pound for pound great fighter, Jeff Horn.
Okay, so why? Okay, then let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to see him fight somebody else before
Spence?
Errol Spence?
Because we can actually build the fight up more based on, okay, he knocked this guy out. Well, let's see what you do against him. We saw Joshua against Brazil. We saw Wilder against Brazil. We saw Molina against Joshua. We saw Wilder against Molina. So we saw Wilder against both guys, Molina, and Joshua fight Molina. We saw Joshua fight Brazil. We saw Wilder fight Brazil.
See, that's what I think is wrong with boxing. There's I think it's too much of that going on. Why can't these champions just fight each other?
Really?
That's the problem there. I want to see them fight each other.
Really? And if they fight one another, once that fight's done,
this fight with Errol Spence when Terrence Crawford was a 140.
Okay, let me ask a question. If that fight happens tomorrow, what's left in the division?
What do you mean what's left in the division?
Well, if Crawford beats Spence and Spence is the bogey man in the division, if Spence beats Crawford, then what happens?
Then we go for undisputed. You don't like undisputed?
I love undisputed, but I also like to see the best fighting the best. I agree with that, but I like to see a build up for the best to fight the best. I do like build ups. I'm not saying avoid. I like to see build ups, like you saw Wilder versus Fury.
I do like to see build ups, but in this case, because
Spence's resume,
it's hard to build that up.
Spence's resume is not that deep, is it? Let's be honest.
No, it's not.
Right. And Crawford's resume is not that deep at welterweight, is it?
No, not at all.
So that's why those two guys have got to find people to fight. Because both guys those guys are not. Yeah, but their resumes are not deep at welterweight. They're not.
But they're champions. Well, who cares what their resume is?
I tell you
They're
who cares.
champions.
I tell you who cares. The
Who?
people who pay per view. Why would you take
But
a
we
fight?
want to see it.
All right, you
Who
want to see.
doesn't want to see that fight?
Okay,
If that fight can happen
why would you?
January 25th.
Why would you pay? Why would you do a fight that is worth potentially 60, 70 million, and you're trying to get it for 20 million? That don't make no financial sense.
Because I'm not getting paid 60 or 20 million as a fan.
That's why.
I'm paying
why.
$60 pay per view. I'm talking about for me. I'm
And
talking about
that's
for us.
why your ass has to wait until the fight's been built. That's why it is.
That's not that. No, I know. Mm-mm.
You don't agree with that. I know you don't agree
No,
with it.
I
I
don't.
get it. I get it. I understand it. And I guess I think that way more now. Marinate fights. I don't mean like Wilder Joshua, because that
It's
wasn't
been
marinating.
marinating since Terrence Crawford was 140.
Really?
We've been waiting on this fight a year and a half already.
And how many fights has Spence had that you would say, yeah, you've fought a bad man there? Tell me how many bad men that Spence has fought.
Listen what I'm saying. Neither one of them have, and that's why it's going to be a good fight. Because we really get to see what both of them are made of.
Why don't we get Lomachenko versus Devin Haney? Why don't we get that fight? Why don't we get
Which one?
Devin Haney and Lomachenko? Why don't we get that fight?
Why don't we?
Yeah.
Because Lomachenko decided to give up his belt.
Okay.
So he didn't have to fight Devin Haney.
Okay. And why did
Devin Haney was going to be next on the list.
And why did Crawford go and
He was
sign?
about to be the mandatory.
Okay. Why did Crawford go and sign with Top Rank when he could have signed with PBC?
Say it one more time.
Why did Crawford go and sign with Top Rank instead of PBC?
In the beginning?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Decided to go with Top Rank.
But I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it to avoid.
Really?
No.
Okay. So what about what about then Tyson Fury and the Wilder thing? Why did he go and sign with Top Rank?
For the money.
Okay. So there's your answer right there.
Terrence Crawford doesn't get money like that.
Who asked him to go and join with Bob Arum? To be in the wilderness. Who asked him to go with Bob Arum?
I mean, we don't know what happened there. We don't know if he was offered anything by PBC. We don't know.
We don't
know what's there.
We do know that Thurman, Spence, Porter, Garcia are getting well paid. We do know that much. And they're getting well looked after.
True.
We do know that much. And we do know they're fighting fairly regularly. We do know that much.
Because it's easier fights to make. Wait. Danny Garcia fought one time this year.
All right.
Once.
Yeah, but what else?
He wasn't hurt or anything.
Wait.
He fought one time.
Wait,
Come on now.
wait. Did
Help me out here.
Did we get Thurman versus Garcia? Yes or no?
No.
Yes, we did. We got Thurman versus Garcia. Yes, we got Thurman versus Garcia.
When did we get that fight, though?
We got Garcia versus Porter. We got Porter versus Thurman. So tell us what we got with Crawford. We got Spence versus Paul.
Wait, you're talking about in 147?
Yes. We got
Okay,
Spence.
but the fights that you're talking about are 2, 3, 4 years old.
Okay, so what great fights?
What are those guys doing now?
Okay,
How come we haven't seen a Spence Danny?
Hold on.
How come we haven't seen a rematch of Danny and Porter?
The last fight I think I saw was Errol versus Porter, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
One fight.
The last fight I saw was Crawford fighting who?
You've named one fight, though.
Oh, wait. Crawford versus who?
What do you mean Crawford versus who?
Who was the last fight he fought? Who's the last guy he fought?
Oh, my goodness.
Who was the wait?
Who did Earl Spence fight before John Porter?
Who was the last guy he fought?
You can't go by that, though.
Listen.
You can't do that.
Resume. Negotiating at the table.
I'm telling you, the PBC, when it comes to the welterweight division, that division is on lock. It is.
Yeah, that's right.
But
so you have to go across the road. Go across the road.
Yes, we did see the Porter. We did see the Porter fight. Yes, we absolutely did.
Listen, Listen to me.
But why is Danny only fighting once a year?
Right, don't worry about PBC business for a second. Don't worry about PBC business.
But that's what it's about.
Why is
easy to make those fights. It's easy to make those fights.
Why is Crawford fighting? Why is Crawford fighting Amir Khan, who got knocked out by Danny Garcia? How many years ago? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Because Aaron won't work with. Aaron will not work with Al.
Listen, let's get something straight here. Remember when Tyson was with one brand and Lewis was with HBO and Tyson was Showtime? What happened? If the heavyweights can get it together, I'm sure the little guys can get it together. Very simple.
It's not about getting it together.
It is about getting it together.
No, well, it's about, if you want to say that,
Resume.
It's not about the fighters getting together. It's about the promoters getting together.
Resume.
Aram and Al Heyman have an issue.
Okay, you know a song? It goes like this. What have you done for me lately? Do 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 ooh yeah. Terrence, what have you done for me lately? Do 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 ooh yeah.
Do you think they want to fight each other?
Amir Khan. Amir Khan.
Mikey Garcia.
4-weight world champion. Amir Khan.
Mikey Garcia.
The 4-weight world champion. Amir Khan.
Mikey Garcia.
Amir Glass Chin Khan.
Come on now. Mikey Garcia.
Guy's been knocked out by how many people?
Mikey Garcia.
How many people have knocked out Mikey Garcia? How many guys have beat Mikey Garcia?
That is not
Wait.
issue,
how many people have beat Mikey? How many world titles have Mikey Garcia won? Okay.
Mikey Garcia was not a welterweight.
Mikey Garcia would knock the hell out of Amir Khan. You know that, I know that, and Stevie Wonder knows that. So, next.
Mikey Garcia.
Yeah, it would beat Amir Khan.
No offense fighting Mikey Garcia.
Crawford's got...
cannot.
Okay, so can you...
I'm sorry.
All right,
I can't get down. I cannot brag on that.
Okay.
I cannot...
Okay, hold on. Can you tell me what the next great opponent that Terrence Crawford has got next for us on Top Rank? Who his next opponent is? What's his name?
There are no good...
Wait. What's his name? Can you tell me what his name is?
Say it again?
Can you do your golden box racket? Who's Terrence Crawford's next opponent?
Oh, you're talking about...
Who?
The Green Machine?
Who? Say it again?
But you can't say that when Danny Garcia's not even fighting.
I'm saying like a dog now. Who?
You can't say anything.
Wait.
You cannot tell me anything when Danny Garcia fought one time this year.
Hey. Who?
And against who? Who did Danny fight this year?
What's the beef with Danny?
Because you're talking about the PVC and all this other stuff. But Danny Garcia, and you're talking about these guys and they're fighting each other. But Danny Garcia fought one time this year.
Lovely.
What?
Lovely. Listen, Miss Boxing, hold on. Danny Garcia is not a champion. Let's talk about champion. You say champion versus champion, yeah? Danny Garcia is not a champion. I told you the champions. Pacquiao, Spence, those are champions. Fight champions.
Have they fought each other, though?
No, we just had Spence versus Porter. Porter was a champion. Spence was a champion. Unification.
And that took how long did that take to make? You act like we've been getting these fights for years from the PBC.
Let me ask you. So what have we got from Top Rank?
Nothing. That's the point. Neither one of these guys, they need to come together because they have with each other.
Stop it.
That's my point.
Stop it.
Neither one of them. Top Rank or PBC.
Okay.
I'm disappointed in everybody.
Thurman has fought Garcia. He's fought Porter.
Garcia has had how many fights in the past 2 years?
Porter and Thurman and Pacquiao have got better resumes.
Thurman was on a 2-year break.
And who's he come back and fight?
You can't tell me anything about that.
Oh, hold on. Who's the last Hall of Famer that Crawford fought?
Why are you talking about Hall of Famers?
Because hold on, because Thurman's last fight, he came back and fought a Hall of Famer. Who did your guy fight last? I love the silence. It's beautiful. Talk to me about it. And who's he fighting next?
Okay.
Who's he fighting next?
So who's Pacquiao going to fight next?
Are you now talking about Hall of Famer?
When is Errol Spence gonna fight Pacquiao?
Errol Spence, last time I thought
No.
was
When are these champions gonna fight each other?
unified champion. Fights former. Wasn't Danny Garcia undisputed light welterweight? He was, wasn't he? He moved it to welterweight, and he was unified champion at welterweight, wasn't it? Was he? Was he not? Was he just WBC champion? He was WBC champion. So okay, cool. But Garcia's fought the who's who, has he not? Oh, the silence has gone again.
I'm just gonna go silent because
The who's who. There's a difference.
They're both looking bad.
Okay, Danny Garcia's fought. Danny Garcia's fought the who's who, and Crawford at welterweight just fought the who.
Okay, Danny Garcia fought the who's who, and then you know what happened after that? Nothing. He fought Granados.
You know why? Because he's getting paid good money.
See what I'm saying? Now you're going in a whole different subject.
No,
a whole different subject.
Okay.
So is it about the money or is it about the fight? I don't care if he's making money or not. Like I said, I'm a fan.
It's about this resume.
I'm a fan.
Resume.
I don't care how much money they make. Okay. I care how much money I have to pay.
You know what we do? We know what we do. You know how we end this? You know how we deal with this conversation? The best way we can.
Yep.
We go to resume. Should we go to resumes?
No.
Shall we do resume? Because, resumes don't lie.
Absolutely not.
Exactly. Shall we? What have you done for me lately? Let's go. Who's going to go first?
But we can't use
Wait. No.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why the resume situation. No, I don't even. Yes, they do. PBC welterweight division has great resumes, but let me tell you this: boxing is not about the resumes. We know this. When you put someone ranked number 1 in the heavyweight division, they've never fought a heavyweight. You can't go by resumes. When you give people a shot at a world title in their second professional fight, you can't go by resumes. I'm through with resumes. I'm done with them. If you're a champion, you need to be fighting champion.
Okay.
That's just how I feel. That's what I want to see.
Can I ask you a question?
And when AJ comes and beats the hell out of Eddie Ruiz, then I want to see Wilder fight.
Wait, hold on. Can I just do something a second? Hold a second. Hold on. I just got to do something. My screen. Hold on. I just want to add something a second here. Right. I just want to do the thing about resumes. Now, the only problem with what you said there, it sounds good, but logistically, how do we determine the best fighting the best if there's no resume?
I get what you're saying, and I agree completely.
You know what I like?
But,
you know what I like about you? The silences are long. And
no, because I'm listening to what you have to say, and I'm taking it all in.
Yeah, and it's nice.
But I agree what you're saying. I agree. How do you find out who's the best?
Yeah. Well, I tell you how you don't. I tell you how you don't do it. I tell you how you don't do it. I tell you how you don't do it. By fighting the Green Machine and Amir Khan. And Jeff Horn. That's not how you do it.
And Mikey Garcia. And Adrian Granados.
And Sean Porter. And Kell Brook. Oh, did you forget about those fighters?
Oh, you want to...
Oh, yeah, I know. I know.
Bringing Kell Brook in this?
Well, he's a legit welterweight and was a world champion. Okay. Yeah.
We can bring Kell Brook in.
We can bring Kell Brook in. Can we bring in...
But like I said, best fighting the best, to me, first is not resume.
And by the way, just to remind you, Khan didn't want to fight Brook because he knew he was going to get knocked out by Brook. So that's another thing as well.
I agree. Khan ran from Brook. Absolutely, I
agree.
But
he ran from Brook to Crawford. Says it all, really, doesn't it? Says it all, really, doesn't it? Yeah. Have a look up. You got to read some of the comments in there, Miss Boxing. It's really good.
I'm not playing this resume game, Miss Denise. I'm sorry, and I know Danny has fought tough fights. Yes. But he hasn't fought anybody tough this year. And it's unacceptable that Danny has fought one time. And I don't understand why he's getting a pass.
I want to ask.
Nobody talks about it.
I want to answer why. What's the beef? What has Danny Garcia done to you? Was he an ex-boyfriend or something? What's your beef with Danny Garcia?
Danny Garcia was running from Errol. Danny Garcia didn't want none of Errol Spence. None of them.
I thought
Danny Garcia is looking. Danny Garcia for the past 2 years has been looking for Pacquiao. He's been looking for that bag.
Well, why wouldn't you? Well, why wouldn't you?
That's just what it is. That's what Danny Garcia is about.
How many times has Pacquiao offered to Crawford? How many times has Pacquiao offered to Crawford?
Say it again.
How many times has Pacquiao offered to Crawford?
Say it again.
How many times has Pacquiao offered to Terence Crawford?
I don't know. You tell me.
You're the Terence Crawford expert. Tell me.
I didn't say I was a Terence Crawford expert.
Well, you're top ranked expert.
All I know is who's not fighting.
All I know is that the Green Machine is not the way forward.
And neither is Mikey Garcia.
Listen, I'm a vegetarian.
I'll give him prayer.
I'm a vegetarian. I'm a vegetarian.
Champions fighting champions. That's what it's about.
I'm a vegetarian.
Elspeth fought Sean Porter. They were champions.
I'm a vegetarian, and I can lean on vegetarian vegan. And if a guy is got the name Green Machine, I'm just thinking about greens and vegetables and food. I'm not thinking boxing. Okay? Green Machine is not the way forward. Sorry.
I didn't say it was the way forward.
Okay.
And I said I'm disappointed in both sides.
And I would rather see.
I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here
and Adrian Grant and Adrian. What is he? Is he not a man from?
I'm not doing it.
Is he not a man from Illinois? Adrian Granados. Is he not an Illinois boy?
I don't know.
He's from Chicago. Adrian Granados is from Chicago. See, you're dissing your own people as well from Illinois. You can't be doing that.
I'm from Atlanta.
That's where. That's where it's from now. Right, okay. From Holyfield Worlds, okay. From Creflo Dollar Worlds, okay. From Creflo Dollar Worlds, yeah. Housewives.
So how about I just say this?
Yeah, okay. I get it now. I understand it now.
No, I'm gonna say this. Let me say this.
Yeah.
They all need to do better. All of them.
Starting with Terence Crawford and the Green Machine.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't like it at all. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, well, all he has to do is just sign the contract and come and join Uncle Al, and he'll get all the heat he needs.
You think Uncle Al will buy him out?
I mean, I can't imagine his contract being that big. Can you? Really?
I think he had one of those Andre Ward type contracts.
Slave contracts. Really sorry, no. Well, it probably wasn't.
I think he did.
I know that Uncle Al would look after him well.
I think so too.
So,
Terence, some type of loyalty
Terence,
I don't know.
Do the good thing.
We all want to know.
Come to PBC, bring your WBO belt. You don't even need to come bring your WBO belt over and come and get some heat over at PBC. There you go. Problem solved.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with that, but they both
How about Terence Crawford versus Adrian Broner?
I like it.
There you go. Yes,
Adrian Broner said he's retired.
That's a nice warm-up fight for Crawford to wet his feet in the PBC.
Adrian Broner is not a welterweight. He's not a real welterweight. He just isn't.
Last question. Who would you rather see him fight, Adrian Broner or the Green Machine? That's what I thought.
I can't even say because Adrian Broner doesn't let his hands go, and it's going to be the same thing that we see Adrian Broner do for the past 3 years.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about PBC fighters. You just worry about top-ranked fighters and the Green Machine and Amir Khan, yeah? Don't worry about that, yeah? Don't worry about what PBC is doing. Just worry about Terence Crawford.
They got to work together,
Don't worry about PBC. Just worry about what... Don't just worry about Terence Crawford.
I have to worry about PBC.
Don't worry. Just worry about the Green Machine, okay? What's the Green Machine's name, by the way?
His name is Green Machine.
You know so much. You don't even know what the guy's name he's fighting. That's a shocker.
Green Machine.
That's it, Green Machine. Nobody knows who the Green Machine. I don't know who the Green Machine is. I didn't even box wreck the guy. Let's box wreck him, shall we? You talk about Danny Garcia. Let's box wreck the Green Machine, shall we? Green Machine. Champions. Let's go to champions. Let's find out who the Green Machine is. Just for a second. Well, I don't know who the hell the Green Machine is. Sounds like a guy who's probably out of Australia. Let's go. I won't be surprised if he's Australian.
I know his name is Danny or something.
Crawford, here we go. Welterweight. There's our man. WBO. Right. Terence Allen Crawford. So he fights. Oh, guys, 21-0. Edulus. I can't pronounce the guy's name. Right, let's see who he's fought. The Green Machine. He's ranked #1 in his country and ranked 14 in the world. Okay. He's from Lithuania. Yeah, and they've had a lot of world champions, isn't they? But he's fighting at Oxnard, California. Let's see who he's fought. Oh, he fought Ray Robinson. My boy Ray Robinson he fought. Yeah. And then after that, the record looks a bit
foggy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they robbed Ray Robinson that night. David Avazan he fought. Yeah, other than that, yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, 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 really.
But you know what? You know what?
But let's look at Crawford's record. Sorry, just a second.
He's about to fight
okay.
Terence Crawford.
Let's look at Terence Crawford. Let's look at
And
Terence
you know
Crawford.
what's gonna happen, right?
Wait. Let's look at
Terence
Crawford.
Crawford does not knock this guy out. Somebody else, he's gonna be fed to somebody else.
Okay, wait. Okay. Crawford, what he's done at welterweight, yeah? Okay. He's fought Amir Khan, Jose Benavides Jr., and Jeff Horn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at welterweight, yeah? Okay. Let's let me just go back a second. That's what Crawford's done at welterweight, okay? So
which he hasn't been a welterweight that long.
He hasn't been a welterweight that long. Okay. Well, he fought Jeff Horn in 2018, okay?
That was last year.
It was June, okay? Okay. So let's go to the guy. Let's go to the PBC champion, shall we?
Do it. Let's only go back to 2018.
Yeah, 2018. That's cool. Okay, so let's see who he's fought. Okay, 2018, right? Lamont Peterson.
Okay.
You're laughing. Lamont Peterson's better than most of the guys at Crawford's fought. Carlos Oncampo, Mikey Garcia, and Sean Porter. Okay, so he fought twice.
Let's go to Ocampo first.
No. Let's go to Lamont. Let's go to Lamont Peterson first because that's 2018.
Okay.
Fought twice in 2018. Lamont Peterson and Ocampo. 2019 fought Mikey Garcia and Sean Porter. Now, what's Crawford done this year?
Mikey Garcia, I'm not sold on that. I'm sorry.
Okay, the Mikey Garcia fight. Okay, let's compare Mikey Garcia with Amir Khan, shall we? They both came from lightweight. Let's compare the two of them, yeah, and their achievements.
At welterweight.
No, we're putting them both lightweights moving up to welterweight, right? In their achievements. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, let me look for lightweight. Okay, look at the guys that Mikey Garcia's fought. Mikey Garcia fought. He fought Broner. Fought Lipinets. Robert Easter. Was Robert Easter a bad fighter?
No, not at all.
Okay. And then he fought Spence. He stepped up to challenge himself to fight Spence. So Mikey Garcia took the challenge on. It's like Crawford taking a challenge and leaving Top Rank and leaving the Green Machine fight and come across and fight at PBC. There's plenty of challenges over there. There's plenty of challenges over at PBC.
Moving up in weight and going across the street are two totally different things. It is a whole lot harder
You don't have to go.
to
Listen, you don't have.
negotiate with these
It's
guys.
not go across the street. You mean negotiate with these guys? These guys buy out your contract, and you can fight all the guys you want to fight. You can get all the heat you want. But it's
You
more.
think it's that easy?
I think it's that easy.
Okay.
I think it's that easy. I think it's very much that easy. I think it's that difficult. I think Bob Arum would like to make you think it's that difficult because obviously it's his best interest. But I
For
think,
him, right.
but I think that Crawford over at PBC is much more tastier than Crawford being at top rank.
I agree.
So, if he wants the heat, move to PBC. They've got all the majority of the champions are over there. They do fight one another. They do make those fights happen, win, lose or draw. And you want the best to fight the best? Well, then you can be a big fish in a small pond, or you can be a big fish in a big pond. What does Crawford want?
Well, when PBC gets this belt, maybe that's what we'll
Then
see.
what you do, you move over to PBC, get a warm up fight against maybe Broner, little taster there, or Adrian Ganoes, fight him. And then you get the Spence fight. So we get the fight you want. Problem solved. No more across the street business. No more meeting and looking at one another, sizing one another up in a fight. You know you're not going to make because you're with Bob Arum. Come across the street and get the heat. Simple. Not that difficult. Not rocket science. But does he want that kind of heat?
I
Really?
think so.
What? You think so?
You don't think Terrence Crawford wants to fight Errol Spence?
No, come on, man. No, I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
you can see it because look who is he fighting? The Green Machine. Who's Spence just
Okay.
fought? Who's Spence just fought? Porter. Who's Garcia fought? Thurman. Porter. Who's
Why are you
Crawford
going
won?
back? Why are you going back all those years though?
Resume. At welterweight. What are you bringing to the table with Crawford? Apart from a WBO belt. What are you bringing to the table? The great Amir Khan win? Or maybe the glorious win against Jeff Horn? Or
How do
Jose
you feel about
Benavidez
Terrence
Jr.?
Crawford fighting Mikey Garcia?
I'd love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight.
I would too.
That's a nice warm-up fight. See if he does better than Spence. See if he can stop Mikey Garcia. That's a great fight there.
That's not why I want to see it. I don't want to see it for that reason.
I want to see it for that reason, see where Crawford is. And then after that, we can see Crawford versus Spence. You need to have
we shouldn't have to do that with them both being champions. I'm sorry.
No, we
shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't have to go through this.
So why should Crawford?
We shouldn't have to go through
Why
this.
should Crawford get a red carpet rolled out for him? What has he done to deserve a red carpet?
It's not a red carpet.
He don't deserve a red or blue carpet. He don't deserve no damn carpet. Take his damn WBO belt, the trinket belt, and bring it over to PBC and bring more value to it there. Simple as.
Hey, if it's that easy, hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah, good. That's what I want you to do. You go on your channel and you start saying, Terence Crawford, move your ass to PBC. Uncle Al can buy out your contract. I'm sure your contract is not that many million. Uncle Al can buy out your contract.
Okay.
So you can go on your channel and you can start preaching the word according to PBC. Uncle Al, again, I'm sure that you're. He said this video is like the irresistible force hitting an immovable object. Not bad. And relationships between UK and US have never been better.
Oh, this isn't a UK versus US.
Exactly, isn't. It's a partnership. That's what I said. UK versus UK with US is a partnership, isn't it? It's a great partnership. See, we've converted you into a PBC believer, and this is what's necessary. So, you
I'm gonna have to talk to Uncle Al.
when you, I've already spoken to Uncle Al. Uncle Al told me to inform you to get on your channel and to get Terence Crawford to move from where he is over to PBC. You get the fights you want, the best fight, the best. Your resume starts to look a bit more respectable Then you get the fight against the Golden Boy, Errol Spence, and everyone's happy.
Look, Denise Ward said Crawford's might as well. ESPN is not promoting him anyway. You are absolutely correct.
Really?
Bob Aaron said he is not going to promote this fight until 10 days before the fight.
Right. So there you go.
He's not going to have a press conference.
However,
which is the same thing because I haven't seen any promotion at all.
However, if it was Lomachenko,
but it's against the Green Machine, so do you really need promotion against the Green Machine for the Green Machine?
Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Lomachenko. If it was Lomachenko, he'd promote it, and he's American. Okay, so it's time for Crawford to move, have a bit of pride in himself, and move to PBC, where Uncle Al will look after the brother. Join the Brothers Union.
I think he would move it. If Uncle Al, if it was that easy, Uncle Al would buy him out. I think he would go.
But Spence, Crawford may not want that heat. He may be talking that good stuff because he knows he can't get the heat's not coming his way, and the closest he'll get to Errol Spence is what he did at that event. So,
yeah.
So it's nice. It's nice, but I think deep down, you want Errol, you want Crawford to join PBC, and you know that PBC is the best for the world.
I don't care who joins what. I just want to see him fight.
No. Repeat after me. Terence Crawford should join PBC. So, put it all together now. 1, 2, 3. Terence Crawford should join PBC. Come on, Miss Boxing.
I think everybody should join PBC.
Say that again.
Why don't Uncle Al just buy everybody out?
And then we'll get the best fight in the best, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we don't need all those sanctioning bodies, and we just have the PBC belt.
That's what I like.
Let's how about
I am in total agreement.
Spence versus Crawford. Spence versus Crawford, the PBC Championship of the World.
That's what I want.
Okay.
So Uncle Al, if you're listening out there, you need to take care of business. No.
It doesn't work that way. What needs to happen is you need to go on your channel and leave a message for Uncle Al on your channel for PBC for Crawford to join PBC. That's what you need to do on your channel. I've done it on my channel. I've done the advocating. We've got the PBC belt now. We've got Wilder versus Ruiz. Should the two guys get through? The PBC tournament, which ends up being the PBC belt. So, and then get rid of all these sanctioning bodies by just having the PBC belt.
Yeah.
PBC's the way forward.
It's gonna be.
So I'm glad. So are you happy now? Are you happy with that?
I'm happy. I agree with you.
That's what you call. That's another satisfied customers, ladies and gentlemen. Vinny Lee's BWTM, happy and satisfied. The Crawford.
Now, if you believed me the way that I believe you, we would be really happy. But
see, there's logic and there's delusion, and I mean, I could try to convince myself that Josh can win the fight, and he can. But is he equipped enough to do the job? I don't know. And hey, seeing him get knocked down 4 times is a problem. So, yeah. But there you have it. So I think I can quite safely say, that Uncle Al would be proud of me.
Yeah, I think so.
How have you found your first evening over at BWTM?
Very entertaining.
Good. How was Miss Boxing today? Would you like to have her back on the show again? I'd love to have her back on the show again. She was refreshing to have on the channel. Refreshing views, interesting views, and I suspect somewhere along the line, this is going to be a YouTube Gold chat. Somewhere along the line, for one of us, it's going to be YouTube Gold. Great show. There's Denise Ward's great show. There you go.
Thank you, Denise.
So have you got anything else you'd like to say?
I had a great time.
I had a great time. It was absolutely amazing having you on the channel.
I don't know what BG London was up there retracting. I don't know what he said.
I'm sure they'll leave comments in the comment section.
I definitely had a good time.
Definitely would love to have you back on the show again whenever you're available. And is there any final words you want to say in terms of getting people to come to your channel? How can people find you?
Oh, they could find me on YouTube, Mizz Boxing, Mizz space boxing. I go live on Friday, 10 p.m. Central Time. And it's not always about boxing either. It can get a little
Political.
wild sometimes.
Okay.
But we try to talk about boxing a little bit, and then it'll go off to different things. But I definitely try to get different females' point of views
Great.
On the show. Me, myself, and Beverly too.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, and on Instagram I'm mz._boxing.
Okay.
And that's my Instagram. But I definitely had a great time, and I'm so glad Anthony Joshua was in the chat with us. I think I saw Deontay Wilder too. But I definitely had a good time. I would definitely love to come back again. I really appreciate you having me on. It's definitely an experience, and you're gonna come to the dark side. You're gonna come to the dark side and join me on this Anthony Joshua bandwagon like that. I really appreciate it. I had a good time.
Maybe one day I'll join the dark side. One day. Not Monday, not Tuesday, not Wednesday, not Thursday, not Friday, not Saturday, not Sunday. Just one day I will join you on the dark side. But as far as I'm concerned, AJ's doomed. But I want to be proven wrong. But he looks doomed to me. But I hope he doesn't end up being the Black David Price. I really do. Hope he doesn't end up the Black David Price.
Yeah.
So, I hope he kind of does it for himself. I'd like to see him do it. Anthony Joshua says, tell him. And then Miss Boxing smiling. Right. Mr. Grahamson says, amazing, like a masterclass of knowledge and opinions between you both. Yes, we were classy, professional, and respectful, were we not?
Yeah.
Try to bring the heat about that Crawford stuff about Garcia, and we settled our differences in a very amicable manner. See?
Very much so.
Next time we should do this, we should do it over a cup of tea, I think.
I like it.
Okay, sounds good. AJ, you're going down. Says Dennis Wolf. Everybody, please give Miss Boxing a round of applause, and also please get across to her channel and give her one more time. Give a shout out to your channel.
Yes, it's Mizz Boxing, MIZZ space boxing.
Now, just before we close, there's some good news and some bad news. The good news is we were meant to have an interview straight after this with Ahara Davis's old trainer, Tony Cisse, who called me up. There's the golden contract that Ahara Davis is fighting in tomorrow night, and he was meant to do the interview with us. And also, he was going to talk to us about Tottenham Football Club. So, because his son plays for Tottenham and has met Mourinho. So, yeah, we were meant to have that interview tonight. So I don't know if that's still going to be possible at whatever time in the morning it is. At 2 o'clock in the morning. I can always find out if he's still available. But if not, we'll bring that interview for you tomorrow. It's been a busy day and a busy evening at BWTM Sports and with Miss Boxing tonight on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's videos like this and people like you that keep me motivated. Subscribe to Miss Boxing channel. Please do. And the boxing spreadsheet. Brother, you only just coming into the room now. What is going on, my brother? What is going on? My brother, we need to get you in the house. We need to be talking, brother. And we need to be talking some greasy stuff in the room, man. Blood. You are like the Godfather. I told you before, you're the Godfather. So, man, the Godfather needs to come in the channel and anoint the channel again, man. And you always seem to turn up at the end of the year. What's this business about turning up at the end of the year? He always rolls up at the end of the year and says, hey, how's everything's going on? Yeah, he comes in for the year, says, hey, how everything's going on. We seem to make more of a presence come to the end of the year. Bro, you got to come in. We got to talk some of that Joshua stuff. As according to Miss Boxing, Anthony Joshua's not going to go down this time. Oh, if he does go down, they'll both go down again. But, anyway, by any means necessary, we're out. Thank you so much once again. Thanks for watching. So Take care, everybody. We are out. Peace.